I'm Jason Withy. I'm from Pacific Rink. I love hockey. You know, a couple years ago, I had this idea for a bag. It came out of frustration. I had 4 bags in 2 years. I was sick of it. So I said, well, screw it, I can design a bag. So I talked to some of my teammates, I talked to players, and I came up with what I think is the ultimate hockey bag. We set out creating 2 bags. The player bag was designed for players, by players. We didn't take any shortcuts. I wanted to make sure that this bag would last you a long time. The Pond Pack was designed for coaches, parents, refs, the outdoor player, basically anyone that doesn't need to bring their entire bag of equipment. One of the great things about this bag is it looks like an everyday rucksack with hockey functionality. So when you're not on the ice, you can use this bag for everyday life. Each of our bags comes in 3 awesome colors: black, red, and navy. We love hockey, and we believe we've created the ultimate pair of hockey bags.
Gemini Athletic Wear's Chris Bonvino. Everybody knows the work you do, and we really, really appreciate the quality of product that you deliver. It's really incredible. And I mean, when I'm looking at your website right now, I see St. Cloud State, Harvard. I believe that's Alaska Anchorage. I'm looking at up there as well, or just Alaska. I can't keep any of those straight anymore. And then you work it all the way down to the youth levels and the high school levels. But the fact is you work in manufacturing, and you're a U.S. manufacturer. And it appears, from my perspective, to be a really good time to be a manufacturer in this great country.
Well, you know, we're hopeful, and knock on wood, that there's a resurgence in American craftsmanship and American businesses, American jobs, and we're feeling pretty good about the future right now. The quality of the product that we make, and I mentioned this to you before, but when people buy from us, you know, buying American used to mean something, but I don't want people to buy from us just because they're doing us a favor and buying American. I want them to buy from us because we have a product that is 10 times better than anything that's coming from offshore. You know, in terms of the fabrics, the craftsmanship, the quality. You know, these things are important. This is an art to us. We take it very seriously, and we take a great deal of pride in it. It's not a commodity. We are all dialed in on all the people here. I mean, have genuine pride in what they produce.
Can I jump in on the fabrics for a minute?
Yeah.
Because I've always felt as though your jerseys are just they're a cut above, and they're better. They have the right feel and the right temperament to the player, to the body, and what's required there. What kind of processes do you go through, and how have you drilled it down to where you need to be on your fabrics now?
Well, we've actually gotten into the science with this as the dry fit fabrics have become more the standard. We've actually gone out and have proprietary fabrics. We've worked with design companies all over the country, all domestic, but we have fabricated 2 products, actually 3, but 2 that we use specifically for hockey that are proprietary to our specs and standards, our colors. They have, the color wash on, they never dye. But the fit and the feel, we're and I use this word a lot, but we're fastidious about this. When they put this sweater on, I want this to complete, or we all want this to complete the process of them making the team, but them being proud of something. This is a major achievement to make these teams. And to put that jersey on, to have that kind of seal the deal. But getting back to your question, we have spent a lot of time and a lot of money on research, going back and forth with our knitters, the kinds of fabric, the yarns they're using. And, you know, the product, our raw product is more expensive in terms of the raw goods inside of it. But because we're selling directly to the schools, the universities, we're able to come in at a price which is very favorable for the quality of the product.
You know what's amazing is in the world of the grand endorsements and the big name out-of-box type of jerseys and sweaters you see out there, to me it's pretty amazing that in the college hockey world, when I look at a game or I watch a game, whenever I see it, I see the GA on the shoulder of so many teams. How are you able to continually, I know from a Big Ten, who cares, whatever, you can't really pound, I mean, how do you pound through that the way you do? Because you not only get this business, but you maintain it. What's the key?
Well, a lot of it, I think, is just the relationships that we've developed over the years. They know we give them a quality product. They know they can count on us to deliver the product. I think that level of trust, plus we've had some great success. Aside from this year, the last 3 Division I NCAA national champions or the GA, right front and center when they were hoisting the championship trophy around. This, is advertising you can't buy. If you compare the size of our company to the size of a lot of these companies, we're a David to their Goliath, but we have a product that is, I'll put up against anyone's in terms of the quality, workmanship. So I think it's a combination of relationships and just the fact that, we've been there. We've had 9 or 10 national champions in NCAA ice hockey bearing our logo. So hopefully that will continue, and we're working very hard to increase our market share.
So, Chris, you've been at this for, 20, how many years? 20-some years, at least? As
Reg Dunlop said in Slab Shop, quite a few.
Look, he doesn't want...
It's been 25 years. I was 25 years old when I started the company, and, we grew... slowly. We were initially doing jackets, and I was out of my house, and we had like 3 guys, and we hit at the point where Dean Blaze, who was my former coach, called me and asked. We were doing their jackets and asked if we could do their jerseys. And at that point, we had never done a jersey, but we researched it and said, "Yeah, we'll take care of you." And we introduced the Dazzle, which I know we did for one of your teams, Fabric.
Love the Dazzle.
Right, and it was something that was really an oddity at the time, but it caught on. It was a very faddish thing, but from that point, then we were able to grow and build and learning a lot and learning every day still about the process. But it's been uncanny, and I joke that the reason that we're so busy and we have such good clientele is there's really no one stupid enough to do this besides people like us. But no, I'm saying that tongue in cheek. But at any rate, you've known us for some time, and we've known you, so you've kind of seen the progression of the company. It's been interesting.
I'm the biggest fan of small business and people that are able to run their own businesses, and anybody that can grow something for the 25 years that you have to the level that you have and continue to reinvent yourself as you do is something that anybody who follows business understands and appreciates. And that's the one thing about Gemini Athletic Wear that I think everybody needs to take a note of. And and there's a lot of listeners here and viewers that are watching this program who are decision makers, whether it be on youth boards, high school, and even some college, junior as well. How do they best get a hold of you to say, "Hey, we need you to do our sweaters next"?
Well, we've added a few, but we have anyone here is capable of discussing. We have our salespeople, of course, but I like to do a lot of this myself. It's a passion, the creativity, the creative part of this. And I tell all of our sales guys here, make the person that you're dealing with. Someone's going to come to you and ask for help on designing a jersey. They're going to go back to their team. You want to make that person a hero. That person, you want to do that person a solid. Find out what they want, help them however you can, but really take a passion. I know it sounds cliched and not real, but it's true. Get involved with them. To answer your question, though, to get a hold, just call us. We're not one of these companies that you call and you have to press 8 different buttons to get to someone. We're old school in that sense.
Very true. Very true.
And we really enjoy that interaction. That creative process, and ultimately, like I said, when the kid puts on the sweater, and the father or the team manager, or the coach or the AD, is lauded for that, it's a good feeling for us because we were involved in that process. But those people who trusted and came to us are the ones who look like heroes, and that's what we really pride ourselves on.
Folks, click the GeminiAthleticWear.com logo that you see on the show page. If you want to just give them a call, it's at 952-942-9611 or on the hotline at 1-800-909-9611. And Chris will take care of it. I've got one final question for you. Yes. How did you come up with the name Gemini?
I wish I had a better thought. There is no logical connection. I'm not an astrological person. I have no good story. If you ask me how I met my wife, I'd have a great story. For this one, I thought of it just as I thought it was a cool name. And I was 25 years old, and Nike had already been used, so I just had no other choice. But I wish, Pete, I had a better story for you than that.
Well, so I was watching this History Channel bit on the Gemini missions that were led up. Okay, so I'm watching it, and I'm thinking, I wonder if that has something to do with what he did with this thing. And can I give you one takeaway? It has nothing to do with anything we're doing, but I think you'll appreciate it, and the listeners might too. How nuts were those guys?
they're fabulous. I mean,
just nuts, weren't they? Who would do that?
Well, to do what they did, yeah. I mean, they were pioneers. It was remarkable. I wish, and in a sense, I've always enjoyed aerospace and the history. I remember the Apollo missions way back in the 70s when we were kids.
Yeah.
But no, for what they did was predated that even, and it was remarkable. Absolutely, all the respect in the world for those guys.
So we'll just pretend
much braver than I.
We'll just pretend that's what Gemini is. Just kidding. Yeah. So, Chris, thanks a lot. Once again, that's GeminiAthleticwear.com. A true class individual who has been in the business 25 years, knows a thing or two about your jerseys and sweaters. Give him a call. Get dressed up the right way. We'll be back with more high school hockey right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, from Aldrich Arena, the home of the Section 4 AA Finals, it's going to be the championship game, a rematch from last year featuring the Ponies of Stillwater, the number 1 seed in the section, and the number 2 seeded Hill Murray Pioneers. It is beyond packed in here. We're going fire marshal capacity. It's unbelievable. Bart Archer, Pete Wagner is sitting among the faithful here, pulling the full-fledged Harry Carey. Out in the bleachers right off of Waveland Avenue. This is something special, Bart. We've got a great game. This thing had some great environment and vibe last year, and these are the last 2 Class AA teams that are going to find their way into the state tournament as the Pioneers just take the ice right now, Bart. But we've seen these 2 teams play quite a bit this year. The Ponies are on a bit of a mission. I think they felt they got short-sighted last year in the state tournament, and they want to come back here and make good on it.
Well, indeed, Pete, but this place is packed to capacity. You walk around, I got here a little bit early, you walk around and there were just masses of people waiting to get in, so you can feel the anticipation, everybody involved here, but you can cut it with a knife. But Hill Murray coming in, not playing their best hockey. They've won 2 in a row, obviously, in sections, but they kind of limped in the last 9 games, 4-4-1. So obviously Coach Lechner had a point of concern. Looks like they've righted the ship, but Stillwater, on the other hand, is coming in on a roll. This is a team that can score a lot of goals. So senior goaltender Jake Begley for the Pioneers going to be busy tonight.
Indeed he is. And Bart, I don't know if you call it the Let's Play Hockey curse, but it certainly did strike down the Hill Murray Pioneers. They ended up being ranked number 1 for 1 week and then took a massive tumble. I mean, they had not lost a game. Then suddenly they had a little bit of a stumble, and they were able to put themselves now in the position to get to where they want to go. There's one thing that stands out to me, Bart Archer. You and I have called Hill Murray games forever. On the years where they get upset or defeated in section finals that they feel like they should have won, the following year, regardless of the seeding, they come back and get the job done.
Yeah, no question about it. In fact, Coach Lechner always gets his team prepared to play, and obviously they have a bit of a chip on their shoulder from last year, but this is a Stillwater team as well that has a mission. They were without Manning in the state tournament during the Friday night's game, and I think that had a dramatic effect on this team, so they're eager to get back to state, but winner goes to state, loser season comes to a close, so obviously in a single game elimination, everything's amped up.
Taking a look at some of the top players for both of these teams, you look first on the Pony side of the ledger. They, of course, have the big-time talent, Noah Cates, who's headed off to the University of Minnesota Duluth. He's joined by some very solid players on the back line. It's the defense of this team that really stands out to me. You look at Jesse Bukestad and, of course, Joey Novolani. 2 players that move the puck really well and get it ahead to the forwards. And we're talking about the others like Luke Manning and Michael Kaufman, who have all been such a key part of their offensive thrust.
Yeah, and you can't forget about Matthew Stanton as well, but they have 3 players that are 20 goals. They have a host of players that are in double digits, but you're right, Pete. It is the defense that's going to be the defining factor tonight. Stillwater not big other than Bukestad. Bukestad's a kind of a big young man, but the other ones are very active, great footwork, and force things to the outside and support their goaltender Isley quite well. I think Hill Murray, they really have to come out and start very solid. One thing you want to do is take the play away from Stillwater as quick as you can, establish your own game. Being in an Aldrich Arena doesn't hurt their cause.
On the flip side of the coin, Kyler Yo leads the goal-scoring fest for this Pioneers team. He's joined as well by Brock Bremer, as they've got balance within their roster.
Yeah, and it's not just, they have 5 guys that are in double-digit goals, but there's a lot of good support players like Betty Quast, Neubauer chipping in goals, so Hurley, Petrotic, they have a wealth of people that can put the puck in the net. I guess if we were going to call them goal scorers, it would be Bremer and perhaps Nath, but they have several players that can score goals, just not deemed goal scorers. But this promises to be a great game tonight.
They have a, wow.
Yeah.
They have a Grimsec Award finalist, too, in Begley in goal, who could be a factor. Isley can play as well. We're going to take a timeout. We'll have the face-off coming up for you from Aldrich Arena right after this.
To direct your attention to the west end of the ice surface. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your caps.
You've been playing since you were a young kid. You've developed a passion for the game. Now you're ready to take your next steps. With top-tier athletes, you can easily build a website to promote your talents to scouts and coaches. With profile information, beautiful stats, photo and video galleries, you can showcase your skills. There is no coding involved, and it is super easy to set up. Start today for free. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about ready to get things underway as these squads are well known to both sides.
Well, I think this is the first time they played each other this year, so a little bit of feeling out. But the first 5 minutes, so we've said this before, first 5 minutes obviously going to be very important. Both coaches want to get everybody involved, get the anxieties out a little bit. But this is an elimination game, so obviously things are amped up. Discipline's going to be a key. Puck responsibility is going to be a key. Possession's going to be a key. Defending the blue lines. There's a whole bunch of keys to this game, and the team that successfully does that is going to have a greater chance for success tonight.
They'll be joining, the winner of this game will be joining the Lakeville South Panthers, the Eden Prairie Eagles, St. Thomas Academy Cadets, Maple Grove Crimson, Wayzata Trojans, Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, and look out for my dark horse, the Moorhead Spuds.
It's always good when Moorhead represents. Looking forward to obviously next week, but the game at hand right in front of us promises to be a terrific game. Pete, if it's any indications of what happened last year, I think it's going to be even better this year if you can even top that.
You got to get it into overtime and have an incredible goal, but we'll see there. Now, we'll be moving from right to left. Will be the black, green, and white clad Hill-Murray Pioneers. It'll be the homestanding Ponies in their white, gray, and red sweaters moving from left to right across your dial. Looking to break out off the right wing are the Pioneers. It's swatted to center as they'll regroup. Stanton, the big frame, plays in deep. Begley will set up and back in for the Pioneers. It's going to be Breezy. Plays to the right wing. That gets underneath the stick of Bremer. That's off Bremer, and back up ice. He comes through center across checkered, angling from left to right. Snaps it in on goal, and Isley makes the save. The Pioneers go to the net with authority right there as the very, very speedy Bremer made some wheels there. Not the biggest player, Bart, but he has got some skill.
No, and he had good speed through the neutral zone. A right-handed shot coming up the left side, had a pretty good angle. I think if you're the Ponies goaltender, Isley, you're happy to kind of feel the puck, make the save, face off to his right. But Brock Bremer, if he can get speed with possession through the neutral zone, he's going to create fits for the Stillwater defenseman.
Betty takes the face-off, wins it back to the left point as Oberle plays back in behind. Bukestad outlets. Big check thrown there off the left wing side on Sagasor, and it's going to be the Pioneers to play in. Mapstone plays this one down. The defenseman off the left side up into the neutral zone as he plays it. That's picked off now by the defense, Petronik. And just offside and a big collision there in the slot area. Pioneers with the old house she going there.
And that was
Neubauer.
Yeah, that was Big Weston Neubauer. Just gave him a little how she going. I think it was more incidental than anything else. But again, everything's amped up during this game. But we're early into it, just under a minute, and nothing's been determined. But you can see that everybody out there's got a lot of energy. It's just who can kind of control that and really have discipline in their emotions is going to have, as we said, a greater chance for success tonight.
In to take the face-off now. It'll be Neubauer against Cates. Clean win. It's the Pioneers that rifled it down the ice. There was some communication among the officials. Might have been an icing, but they'll let it go. Up off the glass, high in the air. That was Murr that made the play for the Ponies. Oh, and Murr shivered there as he plays in deep, but look out. Here come the Ponies. Wraparound. Scores! A big wraparound opportunity there. Noah Cates tucks one home for the 1-0 Stillwater lead.
Well, and for Noah Cates, that's his 23rd goal of the season. Obviously an offensive contributor on this, but I think he just got Begley over to the right side, and with his speed and reach, he went over to the left side and tucked that one in. I think it fooled the goaltender a little bit, but we're just a minute 15 into this first period. Stillwater already gets that goal on the scoreboard, so it's up to Hill Murray to settle down and respond with a little energy themselves.
It just beat the goaltender there on that one. He just got to the post before him. There's a big check in the neutral zone, and Cates took it. Now it's Bremer back the other way as that one goes through the slot area. Helgeson was there. Bremer throws the body. The Ponies with the 1-0 lead here with 15:30 to go in the first period. Right wing pass off the stick of Isley. In deep it goes, and icing will be the call. Of course, Adam Isley is the sophomore forward, and we have Seth Isley, the senior goaltender. Big frame back there for Matt Doman's Stillwater Ponies.
Yeah, he has a long drink of water, but Adam, just a sophomore, has 4 goals this season. I believe all 4 of them are game winners, so if he gets on the score sheet, good things happen for this Ponies team. Face off to Isley's right.
Hurley gets the draw for the Pioneers off the left circle as they work offensive zone time. It'll be taken over by Hurley off the right boards to the point it goes. On the stick for Petronik. He plays back in behind the net. It'll be the Ponies to ring the boards on the breakout. Into the center ice area it goes. It's going to be Oberle to play back in on goal. Isley, oh, look out, pokes that one away. Oh, he nearly put that one right there. That was like serving up a great opportunity, but they can't pull the trigger. Hurley, oh, how's she going? Goes from back to forward, pulls it behind and spins around the defense, lost the handle as it trickles wide. It'll be the Ponies who send it the length of the ice. Wow, we're seeing some stuff here in the first 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, a little creativity by Hill Murray on that to really create some space, but nice pushback by the Pioneers after the Stillwater scored that goal early. Hill Murray came down and really put some pressure on Seth Isley, the senior goaltender for Stillwater. If they can sustain this pressure and keep Stillwater in their own zone, that's obviously what Coach Bill Wechter would like.
Cates on the draw against Emmett Nath. Face-off win by Cates. Stanton takes it at his own line for Stillwater. Across center, angled into the far left corner. There first for the Pioneers, it was Uner. He'll play it to the near corner. Uner tries to shovel up to the left wing side as he finds his winger. That's Nath who plays to center. Trickled to the slot area as it's going to be the Ponies playing right back into the neutral zone. Pioneers fire back in. It's going to be handled now by the Ponies. Stanton with it. Tries to play this one to the middle. Pinching down to make the play. Once again, he's all over the place as Brock Bremer. Murr plays to the line but not out. Pioneers shove that one down the wall, but that somehow gets up and out of play to the corner as we'll face off up at center ice of the neutral zone.
Well, I think Stillwater seeing Hill Murray for the first time is a little on their heels with Hill Murray's front end speed. They have a lot of players on this front line that can scoot, and the defense can get involved in that play as well. So far, Hill Murray has some zone time, but hasn't got that good quality look on Isley other than that shot by Bremer earlier. But we're 14:08 left in this first period. It's been an exciting one so far.
Offside off the faceoff. Savagery continues for the Pioneers in the faceoff circle. They're just absolutely going to the woodshed there. I think they've won every faceoff here so far.
Yeah, in fact, we've had a couple, as early as we are in this, but faceoffs in these types of games, elimination games, get accentuated a little bit more. With possession, you can control the course of the play, and the important thing is to keep that puck off these talented Ponies' sticks, and you're going to be in pretty good shape.
It'll be Yohan McGinley to face off. Or Manning, rather, and Manning gets that, pulls it back to his defense there. Broshaw plays that one through. Now Bukestad's going to regroup in his own zone behind the net as he dances to his right. Now Broshaw has it from the low left corner, off the boards to center, too far for Sagasor. That hops the stick of the Pioneers' Petronic, and they're going to call an icing play on that one.
Well, there's some faithful here that thought that maybe should have been waved off. But
the knowledgeable fans, Bart.
Indeed. And they had a pretty decent argument on that one. But, too many own zone faceoffs. This is the second one deep into the Stallion zone, or the Pony zone, early in this first period. It's a trend that I'm sure that Coach Doman wants to stop.
Indeed it does. So, guys, I'm sitting among the fans here. What do you think so far? You like it? Okay, good. There you go. Man, they looked at me like I was from a foreign land or something. They couldn't even speak. I spoke English.
They're starstruck.
Back up through center. Can I say that? Stanton across the line. Stanton carries and shoots. That one was stopped there by Begley. Starstruck. Handled now by Bukestad with it across the checkered. Shovels it high in the air. To the corner it goes, bounding off the boards. Oberle jammed on the play, but he outlets to the left wing side. Out of the zone, it's Quast with it, racing across the Pony line. In on goal, Isley handles it with a big stick and drops to the knees to cover it up. Will face off to his right. In Pony territory with 13:20 to go.
Yeah, a bit of an aggressive forecheck by the Ponies on that one. Allowed a pretty easy zone exit for Hill Murray. They came down with speed. If you're going to be that aggressive on the forecheck, you're going to have to take better angles than that, because they didn't really limit the options. They came out pretty clean and got a pretty decent shot on Isley. And then some conversation after the whistle by a couple of the players. So obviously, the intensity is there and the emotions are up.
Face-off win play to the corner. In Pony territory, from the left corner to right they go. Guided along the boards by Mapstone as he plays ahead. But it'll be the Pioneers. After that wraparound goal has been it offensively for the Ponies so far. Pretty much have been chasing the Pioneers here in this game. Stillwater breaks out to the right wing side. Too far for Bartosh. Turning from left to right is Breezy. Off the boards to center. Pioneers look to regain possession at their own line. From the right side, it's Sontag with it across the line. Wrist shot that would have been wide of the mark. Isley wisely hangs on. They'll get a line change, at least one partial line change for the Pioneers. We're going to do wholesale for the Ponies.
Well, that's about the fourth or fifth shot on the Stillwater goaltender, and I think he's going to just hang on to it. Every chance he gets, he's just going to hang on to it and give a chance to get a whistle and get some fresh legs out there. Hill Murray just seems like they have a good offensive flow, just have to get in between the dots and put some good quality scoring opportunities on Isley.
You're right, Bart. What's giving the Ponies trouble, though, is that quick transition, whether they move the puck or throw it in deep and go get it from the Pioneers. They're not hanging on to it long from the back line.
Correct.
Here come the Ponies across the line. Stanton pulls and shoots. Head save, turned aside to the right corner by Begley. Pioneers with speed through center, too far for Yo. Now it's going to be picked up and gathered across the line. Getting a little help there was Helgeson and Yo to the corner. And the Ponies will be content to just fire at the length of the ice. What is this, Jack Demers of the Detroit Red Wings circa 86?
Yeah, they're establishing the run game right now, but yeah, that's generally a pressure relief when they knock the puck all the way down the ice. That just means Hill Murray's been very effective as far as getting on the defensemen and getting on the forwards in the Pony zone and really kind of forcing them into an uncomfortable situation. That's exactly what Coach Lecter and Pioneers want to do. But so far, Stillwater's weathered the storm pretty well.
Clean face-off win. Pioneers, again, it's really impressive in the squared circle. Swung around to the right wing side. Wrestling is going on right now, so we got to work the reference. State tournament time at the XL Energy Center. The puck is played back around the boards to the left wing side, sent back in too far for Sagasor. The Ponies work the offensive zone as the puck comes up to their right wing as they try to play it in deep. Spinning away from trouble on that play was Sontag. And it's going to be played back up to the neutral zone by the Pioneers across center. They'll reach it, play it in deep. On that play, that was Neubauer. Look out, they better hurry. Oh, jammed and could have been from behind there, but they let it go. They're going to let him play. Wiley there returns the favor after he was hit by Neubauer. And Sagasor stood up on the boards there by Petronic. Regrouping in his own zone, it's Oberle. Looks back to the left right wing side across the line. Three up abreast across the line for the Pioneers as they had to wait to gain zone entry. There's Dutko will now carry it across the line. Fights off a would-be checker. To the corner it goes. That fails to click. Back into the right wing side. Ponies down the offensive zone. Kaufman brought down on the play. Novolani's shot buzzes wide. Dutko there. Short side. Steered out of there by the waffle pad of Begley. Novolani now down into the corner right wing side. Pressure being put on by the Stillwater Ponies. Boy, we can hear all the broadcasters pleading into this high-quality broadcast, except no substitutes. Now it's going to be handled by the Ponies. Fandon back in behind his net. That was Novolaney. Advances ahead to the left wing side as the Ponies gain checkered and play deep. Back in behind the line, it's going to be Breezy with it for the Pioneers from his right corner. Long pass off the skate of Bremer. And racing back up to the left wing side on it now, it's Sontag who plays this one to the left side. Stick save, rebound, scores! Oh, where did that one come from, Archer? It was peeled right off the stick of Seth Isley, and we're tied at 1.
Well, Isley made the initial save, but the puck kind of squirted on him, and it was Brock Bremer with his 22nd goal of the season. Just came and poked that past the goaltender. Now it's knotted at 1, and that was actually after a pretty good shift from Stillwater getting some offensive zone time. But that's what good teams do, is they respond accordingly, and just good speed into the zone, put a shot on goal. Isley couldn't control the rebound, but it was Bremer that put that one home. We're knotted at 1, 10-15 left in this first period.
That was absolutely, where did that come from? The puck trickled about 2 inches off his stick, and bang, it was in the back of the net. That's why, Bart, earlier in the game there was a precedent set by this Pioneer team. They went to the net with authority on a simple play offside off the faceoff by the Ponies. But they went to the net, and they're going to force Isley to get down on that puck quickly. If he doesn't, that's what's going to happen.
Well, and he's a big goaltender too, so even when he goes down, he still covers a great deal of the net. But I always look at that as perhaps a body language issue. If the goaltender goes down a little early, that means to me he's lacking a little confidence. I haven't seen Isley lack any confidence so far. I don't look for that to change, but it's a whole new ball game now, one apiece.
Going to be handled by Breezy with it as he turns and shovels a pass to the left wing side. Tischler there, 9:55 to go. The score reads 1-1 between these two high-caliber hockey clubs. Backpedaled by the Ponies, who advance the puck to Stanton on the left wing side across the line. Gains Pioneer territory, a wrist shot down low. Scooped up and out of there by Begley. Nice save there. He'll hang on, face off inside Pioneer territory.
Well, Stanton, a big shot, left side, top of the circle, fired one about 1.5 feet off the ice, but Begley, nice job outside the blue to receive that into his glove, hang on to it so they can get some fresh legs out there. Hill Murray in an unusual situation playing at Aldrich Arena, being the visitors, but it's something where Matt Doman can actually put the people out that he wants, but he's got a wealth of riches to choose from. But the offensive zone face-off now for Stillwater. They got to win some face-off speed.
I don't know if they've really won a handful. Rolling puck trickles wide of Isley, icing the call, bring it right back into Pioneer territory.
Well, they're going to get another opportunity very quickly, but I mean, we've talked about face-offs in many of our games, especially when it gets to be this time of year, but possession is obviously huge, and Stillwater to have success, they have to have possession. Hill Murray's done a pretty good job of playing keep away so far, but Stillwater's starting to flex their offensive muscles.
Indeed they are, as face-off. Oh, look at the speed up the ice, right wing side. Fleischacker holds, shoots. Oh, he wanted the high short side glove. Isley says no, just kind of pulls it out of the air, goes for the skate to the corner. Looking like he's feeling pretty darn good.
Yeah, his confidence didn't waver a bit. He was well outside the blue and received that one glove side. You have to appreciate the shot on that one. He tried to go short side glove, but Isley just rose to the occasion as he's done so many times. Face off to his left. 9:28 left in this first period. Boy, the pace has been pretty quick.
Yo will take the face-off to the left of Isley. We're having fun down here, man.
We're having some up here,
just
too.
So everybody knows, I'm sitting down in the stands here, and there's just, it's Rube Central. It's unbelievable. Sorry. They heard me.
You blend right in.
Oh, no. Absolutely. Oh, my word. At center ice, it's going to be played right back in by the Pioneers. Set up behind that. Mapstone will take over for the Ponies from the left side. He shovels a pass up high in the air. The neutral zone absolutely controlled right now, at least from a defensive posture by the Pioneers. Isley now across the line. Poked off his stick by Oberle to the corner. Kaufman tries to help out on the battle off the right wing corner. Clear to the line. Novolaney will play this back in behind. Look out. Kaufman with it was trolling a pass to the slot area that failed to click. Mapstone takes a puck in the air. He gets jammed right in front of the penalty box area. You can hear the spade work there. Down to the knees goes Kaufman, try to make the play, couldn't get it done. Novolaney comes away with it, gifts it off to the left wing side for Kaufman from center. Igley sends one out. Stanton had a good look there, a big rebound, kind of casual on that save. and Stanton's going to make you pay, but it goes up and out of play.
Well, nice job of closing the space by Sontag on that one. He got there in a hurry, put his stick out, and ramped that one up and out of play. Otherwise, it might have been a point of concern. But Begley a little casual on that initial save. Geared the rebound out by the right dot, and it was Kaufman, who is no stranger to that area. Obviously 10 goals on the year, looking for his 11th, but no harm, no foul.
Back across the line come the Pioneers as they play this one in deep behind the net. 8 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in period number 1. We're knotted at 1. Stanton with it across the line, 2-on-2. Try to create. He stood up and shivered on the play there by Bublitz. Check that was Uner. Now across center, fired right back in. Isley's going to cut it off and ring it back up on the left wing breakout. Clean breakout. Defenseman to be jealous. Carrying it across the line is Sagasor. Deep it goes. Ponies looking to make their second straight state tournament appearance. Of course, they fell in the third place game last year to the Thunderhawks of Grand Rapids. A shot on goal. There's Bart. There's a speedy player, and then there's Bremer, and they have no answer for his speed.
Well, indeed. I mean, he's put a lot of defenders on their heels, and we can see why. He's just very, very quick. He's probably one of the quicker players on skates that we've seen so far this year, but he's going to be a challenge for this Pony defensive core all night long.
As we prepare to face off to the left of Isley. That you know what, that Oregon feels like I'm in the middle of Slapshot. That is like right out of 1973. That is unbelievable. Thank the Lord. Back at center ice it goes. Got to go back to the childhood every once in a while. Isley's shot is deflected. Uner was there. That was off his shins. They'll converge off the left wing corner as the Pioneers break out. Of course, they're moving from right to left across your dial, screen, or whatever you're watching us on, tablet or mobile device. Kaufman with it. Dutko gains center, puts on the brakes, trickles that one in on goal. Firing that around the wall with authority was Quast, and backpedaling to handle it from the right side, the neutral zone is Bukestad. Plays a pass to Dutko, who gets jammed after he plays it back right over toward Bukestad. Down to one knee, though, on the play goes Wiley. He gets hammered in front of the bench area. As the Pioneer faithful applaud that one. Back into the Pony zone it goes. Pioneers look to save that one at the line. Now it's the creative Cates. Man, this guy is a big player. Love his package. The guy can play. Oh, and a big check there. Sent right back across the line. Here come the Ponies as they play that one to the corner. They look to the slot area. That was defended neatly there by the Ponies as they posture well. Stanton takes the transition across the line. He's stopped on the play. You're getting a steady diet of Stanton here in this first period. 6:04 to go. We're tied at 1. Right wing on the outlet. That's Fleischacker, who plays that one in deep and around. Broshaw rings the pass to the left wing side. Murr's going to have to wait for it. Just plays it to center on the tape. Oberle takes over. Now it's Broshaw again to play it. Look out, off the glass it goes. Sent the timekeeper packing, thinking that was going to hit him.
I saw that.
I mean, I've never seen anything softer than that. I mean, put the hand up.
Well, at least he was following the puck, which is a little unique in that respect. But, boy, there's not a lot of room to move out there tonight, especially through the neutral zone.
There's not a lot of room to move in the stands
either. Right. Well, yeah.
Oh, you're kidding, Clowney?
It mimics, but the neutral zone is awful muddy right now. Really hard to get any speed with possession through, but that just means both teams are playing defensively responsible.
Puck will be sent right back into the Pioneer zone as they'll ring it to the left wing side. Quast can't get it out of the zone. Picked off. Sagasor shoots, pants, saved a big rebound. Oh, wow, they went to the low right side. Big butterfly save there by Begley. They fight it back into the neutral zone to the Pioneers, but it's sent right back in by the Ponies, in and around behind to the right corner with Petronik. Sauces a pass that hops the stick of Yo and icing the call.
Well, again, it'll give him a chance to put some fresh legs on, but, after that shot, Jake Begley has made the initial save, but the rebounds are kind of coming out into an area of really a solid second chance follow-up, so it's something that I'm sure that he's going to want to tighten up a little bit, but Stillwater in this last minute has put some good zone time in against Hill Murray, really kind of forcing them to chase the puck around a little bit.
Face-off win again by the Pioneers. That was Kyler Yo that time. Bremer wanted to fly, but he had his wings clipped at the blue line. Puck is sent back into the corner. Ring it to Bremer off his skate as it trickles to the corner. Yo will play to Bremer. Try to play it off the boards, but a nice play and sent back in behind by the Ponies. On that play, that was Dutko. That's off the stick of Isley as Dutko takes over from center, bumps it off the boards. It doesn't get any distance there as the Pioneers take it over. Bremer fights off a check, keeps the feet moving, sends one high through the slot area. Quick shot from a shallow angle there by Tischler is blocked, and here come the Ponies back up from the right wing side. Isley loses the handle, kicks it back to his stick and fires it back in behind the net. On it now, it's Sontag. Oh, delayed penalty coming up. First one of the period. Oh, it was behind the play. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, and it's going to be Dutko for a high stick on this one. But boy, what a great opportunity for this Pioneers squad. Pioneers power play is about 19-5, so obviously some room for improvement, and that is a total for the year. Penalty kill for the Ponies, 88.6, so very formidable, but what a great opportunity it is. 4:13 left in the first period. Hill Murray now on the power play.
You know, it's so funny, Bart. These games, these special teams get so magnified. Both sides, your PK and your power play are so critical. You work on it all year to get to this type of moment where it matters. Last night we saw that with Grand Rapids and Duluth East, and we'll see what happens here. Here come the Ponies in transition. They're shorthanded. Stanton carries it into the corner. He has Cates with him. Cates gets jammed on the play. Oberle was there. Now it's the Pioneers. Bremer wanted to angle a pass. Instead, he's just going to use his legs. Carries to center. They're going to elect to play back in behind. Isley will set up. Plays it right back to the belly of the beast on the stick of Oberle. Up high it goes. Wrist shot blocked. Nice job in front by Mapstone to block that breezy bid.
Well, Mapstone's one of these defenders that is not afraid to get in front of the puck, but this Ponies team has 15 short-handed goals to date, so obviously Hill Murray has to mind their defensive responsibilities even though they're a man up.
You know, you really have to acknowledge the blue line. All 6 of them for the Ponies, so good, so disciplined, and good in transition. Isley tries to cut that off behind the net. Manning is there to help out. He gets checked on the play. Nath was there, and now it's Bremer. They fight that one off, and now the Ponies will walk out through the center ice area with Bukestad with speed. He has room. Tried to work a dangle there. That didn't work. Oh, they nearly had a 2-on-1 at center that failed to click. Broshaw plays that one in deep as the Ponies will get a wholesale change. 4 new penalty killers with 40 to go in the power play. Pioneers work it with Petronic across the line, sets up shot. This is their first power play of the game. Puck is played from the left wing side, but a good battle there. Look out. Foot race through center. Bartosz can fly. He's working an angle. Oh, and a nice defensive play there by Petronic. And then Bartosz is crushed on the play by Neubauer. Ponies fans up in arms. They wanted the penalty. They're not going to get it. 10 to go. Great penalty kill by the Ponies. Deflected in off the stick of Kaufman. And it'll be set up back in behind the net with 3 to go in the power play. 2:13 to go in the first period. And on the ice steps the Ponies' Parker Dutko. We're 5-on-5 now with 2:03 to go in the period. In front of the bench area it goes. Big battle there. Stan's just going to play it back in and around. Murr comes over to make the play. Fanned on it. Kind of had an awkward angle to the puck, and now it's going to be the Pioneers through center. Stanton just says, I'm taking this angle. See you later, as he checks Hurley, and back the other way they go. Cates across the line. His shot's blocked. Puck is rolling. Picked up at center. Across the line, it's Fleischacker. He's watched on the play by another number 15. That's McGinley. Back in behind the net. It's going to be Yo. He'll take it. Oh, he walks the goal line. Goes old school Bobby Smith, 1982 against the Calgary Flames. Didn't get the goal, though. Back in center ice they go. It's going to be handled by Breezy. You remember that, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
It was legendary. Now back behind the net. Handled by the Ponies. Oh, nice job by Bremer. Picks off a pass intended for Cates and creates a chance the other way. And a goal! And he wanted to go up high. Helgeson. It went too high, though. Up and off the netting it went.
Well, really some nice work by Hill Murray to cause separation and send Helgeson in all alone. Left-handed shot coming in on the right side. Had a pretty good angle. Just got a little under. Tried to go just under the bar on that one, but ramped it up and out of play. So that face-off must have deflected off a Stillwater Pony goaltender. Face-off still in the Stillwater zone. Just 1:05. Kind of a trying moment for coaches. Final minutes of these periods, as we've seen through the course of this season, always a trying moment, but both teams have to play responsibly to finish out this first period. We're not at 1.
Matt Doman wants to know why it's inside. They're saying it went off the goaltender on its way up and out of play, and definitely the officials were right there on that one, so they're going to face off inside the Pony zone. Clean win. Now it's Bremer. His shot's deflected. Bremer from the slot. Ooh. Bartosz turns it over. Bremer tried to play that one down low. He had Helgeson there. Oh, they can't get the zone. Bremer is all over. Oh, in on goal. Isley going one way. Reaches over and pokes it away. It's going to be Sagasor at center who plays this one in behind. The forecheck ensues. Manning wins the battle off the corner. Plays it back in behind. Begley down on one knee to the right post as the Pioneers defend in their own zone. Now they go to the right corner. Instead, it's going to be the Pioneers back out. Oh, that one nearly pulled the trigger on Helgeson. He couldn't get the handle. Instead, the puck deflects into Pony territory. Left wing they go. Now it's going to be a shot hit on the way. Oh, a big rebound. Cates a bomb. He breaks the stick for good measure. And that one came right back through a big turnover, and Noah Cates just uncorked a missile that just missed the mark.
Well, and that was another rebound by Begley on that one. Makes the initial save from a shallow angle, and it just redirected it right out into the scoring area. And as you said, a good opportunity for Stillwater. Fired that one wide, and then the follow-up from a shallow angle. So Begley just made three nice saves keeping that puck out of their net. Just 11.8 seconds. Stillwater with an offensive zone faceoff, but Hill Murray had great success in their own zone in the dots. Obviously, Stillwater looking to change that trend right now.
11.8 to go in the first period. We're tied at 1. Face off to the right of Begley, won by the Pioneers. And gloved down and played over by Groshaw. Back in behind the net. Begley sets up, jammed on the play. It's going to be Sontag. And that does it for the first period, and it's been a dandy here from the Aldrich Arena, living up to its billing as we're tied at 1.
Well, indeed, both teams came out ready to play tonight. Not a lot of flow to this game. Good pace, but not a lot of flow, not a lot of good solid possession sequences going on, but both teams defending actually quite well. Both goaltenders' challenge came up big. We're 1-1 going into the second period. Promises to be a good one.
It does. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more. High school hockey continues live right here on Let'sPlayHockey.com.
My name is Darrell Evans. I'm a former player with the Los Angeles Kings and currently the color analyst on the Kings radio broadcast. Well, I really like it the way it's so compact. Everything is nicely sectioned off where you can put, whether it be a laptop, an iPad or something like that that's separate from getting your skates being banged up against it. You have a place for your gloves, a place to attach your helmet.
What a hockey game, folks. We're between the periods. Once again, another Let'sPlayHockey.com game of the week. And we're joined by top-tier athletes, founder and owner, Kyle Johnson. Kyle, thanks for joining us here this evening and this afternoon, depending upon when these games are playing. But I got to say this. You have got one heck of a business that you've put together called Top Tier Athletes. It has a lot to do with player recruitment, placing them at the next levels, and those kinds of things. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
Yeah, Pete. Well, first, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it, and I'm excited to get into the hockey arena here. So, the product I put together was really initially for my son. I have a marketing and web development background, and my son, who is actually a soccer player, is looking at going to the next level and playing in college and beyond. And I wanted to come up with a solution for him to be able to market himself to other colleges, other coaches, recruiters, and didn't really see a very viable solution out there. I've used a number of different services, and they just really weren't what I was looking for. And again, I want to say this, I come from a marketing background, so I'm to create a product that was, you would get a very high end. When you look at a lot of the other products out there, you just get a like websites of the, and we say that, photos. They want to see, statistics presented in a visually appealing way, video highlights, coaches' testimonials, that type of thing, and they want to be able to see that and also do it with like not a lot of work. And that was, really the other key thing that what I was trying to do was to build a platform that's easy for both players and parents to use.
So it's interesting. We see a lot of the what we would term family advisors or people that help with the process of getting into the next level, and really what's being learned out there is some can kind of overdo it with the emails and those kinds of things. And I think coaches can kind of get a little bit burnt out on the hammering of the inbox, so to speak. Is there something that is different in this approach, and how do you go about that to avoid from that numbing of the coaches?
So, that's a great observation, because I've talked to many coaches and I've gone through systems as a parent as well. And, one of the main things that coaches have told me is that, they, and I'm not going to name any of my, of these other softwares, but, some of the other web platforms that are out there promoting athletes to get into college and beyond, they talk about, having this extensive network of college coaches, which I'm sure they do. But the thing is that, these coaches, they just get inundated with email after email after email. And, they're actually close to being spammed by some of these companies. And these coaches have told me firsthand, they said, look, I don't even look at those emails. If I see an email from this certain company, I'll delete it, because they get, 10, 15, 20 a day. They don't really have time to do that. I said, well, what would make it so that, you would get to, see these athletes? And they said 10 times out of 10, if we have an athlete that directly contacts us from their personal email, we'll read it and take it into consideration. Now, that email, there has to be some substance in that email. The athlete has to do some research on that specific college or specific team, show some effort.
Sure.
But if that's coming from the individual athlete, the coach will open that up 10 times out of 10. Where if they get an email from a service they may subscribe to, that, they're not even getting emails because they're deleting them, because they're getting just bombarded by emails day in and day out by these other services.
So what's very important to note here is this is really a user-based driven product that you've put together here. And so in the hockey world, the idea is, and it's not a large community, but there's plenty of players out there where they can tell their story and they can have their information put together. I know at every level there's a market for this, whether it's the junior college or professional ranks, where you mentioned telling the video story, the visual story, and also the background of the person's story, whether that's a statistical setup and the graphics that you have to take such a great job there. And they catch your eye quickly, and they at least, I think the idea of this is to give coaches reason to come out and see you play and meet with you. Would that be a fair assessment?
100%, absolutely. And one of the features that we have is a scheduling calendar on the site that players can actually go in and put in their games, practices, if whether they're going to be at a tournament or not. They can put in their full schedule, and if a coach sees that, a coach can just come out at their own time and say, hey, this kid's playing at Mariucci on this date in this tournament. I'm just going to come out and watch. That kind of eliminates the stress factor of, if you're a player and you have a cert, or there's a coach that's going to come out and watch. Sometimes players just aren't in their natural environment. They may tense up a little bit, right? And so this allows for a coach to just come out at their leisure and watch the kid play and, really see what their talents are.
I'm sorry. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
No, that's fine. I was just going to say that, to your point, you really hit it on the head. This system is really set up for players at all levels. You could look at going into juniors, going to college, and it's even set up to the point where, college athletes can use this if they're looking at going semi-pro or pro. So, some athlete that's in 8th, 9th grade that could, pick up this system, they could literally use it all the way through their career and just really showcase their body of work.
Well, and it's priced at an incredible rate. We've seen some huge numbers out there, and that's kind of a risk because, the scholarships aren't guaranteed at certain levels, as we know. And so, I think it can be argued that it's made as an investment to the future. However, when you really get down to the nuts and bolts of it, you don't really get to where you want to be. Or you're not going to make that money back up. So you've got a monthly payment structure that's set up that I think is really great. And then on top of that, I think it would be really helpful, and we're going to do an on-air production meeting here. Are you okay with me posting a graphic and a link through on this show page here on letsplayhockey.com where someone can see an example of what their page can look like? They can contact you, and you can get them starting. You've got a 10-day trial going too, don't you?
Absolutely. First and foremost, I'm a parent and I've gone through the process and I'm going through the process, and I don't want to gouge families for money. That's not my intent at all, right? My intent is to put out a product that athletes are going to use, that families are going to use to help, promote their athletic ability. And again, if they're going to college, there's actually a section on there that they can highlight their academics, which is, a highly important thing if you're looking at going to college. So, first and foremost, again, I'm a parent and I know the systems out there and I just want to make it accessible to athletes. And then absolutely, we have a 10-day free trial. So, there's no risk. You don't have to enter a credit card or anything. And you get a free trial. Just, get on the site, try it out, get some pictures up there, get some stats up there, maybe embed some videos if you have them on YouTube or Vimeo already, and see what it's like. Give it a whirl. There's no risk at all. And, we have a great price right now. So we're actually going to be running a promo as well here. And it's a discount just for the Let's Play Hockey family per se. So, if you sign up and after your free trial and keep on going, for the next 3 months, the monthly price will be cut in half. So you're paying $7.49 a month for the first 3 months. And then after that, it's, $14.99 a month, which is still just a great rate to have a tool that really allows you to showcase your talents.
And that would be a steal, my friends. That is great stuff. So Kyle Johnson, of course, it should be noted that his son is playing the game of football, better known as soccer in our area, in England. So, if you're there as a college athlete doing that, I think you know a little bit about navigating the waters. So you've got a good background with that, Kyle. That's a real-life story, which is a good one to use.
It is. It's been an amazing experience.
The website is toptierathletes.com. His name is Kyle Johnson, owner, founder of Top Tier Athletes. Thanks a lot for joining us, and good luck to you the rest of this summer, and we appreciate your product. It's a great fit for what we're doing here at letsplayhockey.com. Thanks, Kyle.
Perfect. Thank you.
welcome you back to the Aldrich Arena, home of the Section 4AA Championship Round game, Bart. And as you know, everybody that's listening, if you hadn't noticed, I've been sitting amongst the faithful here, part of the crowd, and the banter and the discussion was, get this out of this arena and get it into Mariucci Arena Friday night special, which would feature the 4 and 5 AA titles. So think about this bill you'd have there. You'd have the 2 and the 6 Bart going on Wednesday. You'd have the 3 at Ritter, and then the 4 and 5. What do you think?
Well, I think that they can certainly, accommodate certainly more people than they're accommodating now. It kind of takes.
You wouldn't be making love to Kevin Gorg like you are right now.
He's very active up here in the press box, but it's a challenge that I have to face. But first period scoring starts with Stillwater. It's Noah Cates, a 23rd goal of the year from Murrah at the 1:15 mark. And then Hill-Murray answered to his Brewer 22nd goal from Helgeson at the 6:45 mark. Shots on goal, Hill-Murray with 8, Stillwater with 9. Again, nothing really determined. We're 1-1 right now, but both teams very motivated. This is the long change, so better to get off the ice early than late. But things should hopefully open up a little bit in the neutral zone and really cause some more offensive scoring opportunities.
Really, Bart, in order for that to happen, though, the Pioneers are going to have to give up a little bit. I think they've been really good getting it moving it. We kind of brought that up last period. We'll see if that trend continues as we move on to the second. And, of course, you mentioned the long shifts, which can be issues. Face-off win, wraparound. Oh, Lightning nearly strikes twice. Puck still loose. And Begley gets down on that to cover it up. The face-off will be to his left inside Hill-Murray Pioneer territory.
Well, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It was Begley that actually closed the door on that one. It was Cates once again tried to go for the wraparound, mimicking what he did in the first period. But to no avail. Face-off's going to be to Begley's right. He covered that. He closed that gap in a hurry. I will say that.
What do you think it took to get a ticket to this game? Snapper in on in through the goal mouth area. I mean, it is just wall-to-wall people here. There's a chance to the slot. Backhand buzzes off the boards. Cates is there. Of course, the Dream State taping continues following the Ponies and the Eagles of Eden Prairie. To the left wing side it goes as the Pioneers try to break it out. Picked off. Oh! Looking to go short side. Nice shift to start, much like the first period here for the Ponies, who jumped out quick. But now here comes Bremer through center ice. Very quick. Down low, he tried to buzz one to the far side as the Karam takes it to Murr up the right wing, but Bremer chases him down and says, nah, I'm going to skate all over the place, and you guys can't catch me. He's not the big, what is he, about 5'1"?
No, I'd say about 5'6", probably, but he's fast as lightning.
Let's ask him right here. Earnhardt Jaworski, statistician extraordinaire. How tall is Bremer? Okay, he said short. He didn't give me numbers.
Well, let's focus on the production. He's a great hockey player.
No, I'm saying the quickness he has is unmatched in high school hockey.
I would agree with that.
From corner to corner, up and down the ice, and creates all sorts of trouble. Bartosh off the boards. It's going to be Manning back up through center. Sagasor takes the puck, tries to go through some wickets there. Shutting the door was Petronik. Big check thrown on Sagasor as he came off the wall a bit slow. That one was felt as it's sent back into the Ponies zone, icing the call with 15-16 to go. We're tied at 1.
Well, I think if you're Coach Matt Damon for the Stillwater Pony team, you have to feel pretty good about the way his team started this period. Really, other than a rush by Bremer, it's been all Stillwater in the offensive zone. Hill-Murray kind of scrambling a little bit, but just chipping the puck up and out to release some pressure. But Stillwater kind of starting to flex their muscles, get some offensive flow in the offensive zone.
Clean face-off win by the Ponies. You're right, Bart. That caught Quast right above the ankle as he went down in a heap. He's back up, stumbling to the bench.
Blocking a shot off the face-off. Wow.
Absolutely. Paul Schmier used to wear the skate guards. Might recommend him.
Paul
From the
Schmier.
right wing side. Remember those? He wore those things. He looked like a fool.
Number 6, Captain.
Yep.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch. He had the no toques, too. He and Timmy Young. In front of the area. It's sent back in. God, we're making old school references left and right here on tonight's broadcast. I can't help it.
Well, you're spearheading it. I'm just supporting you. But, it's kind of an owly shot by Sontag. Just, inside the blue line, kind of dived on Isley a little bit, but he tracked it quite well, held onto it as he's been known to do. I don't think he's let one puck go since if he has a chance to possess the puck, he's going to take it and get that whistle, get fresh legs out on the ice. Face off to his left.
Offensive zone. It's going to be Yo in against McGinley or Kaufman rather, and Yo has been so good on the face-offs. Well, let me get that right. It's Manning who won the draw and played it to center. I guess if I call every guy in the Pioneer roster, I'll get the right guy eventually.
Yeah, eventually we'll get there. But
Lord.
But Stillwater showing a little bit. I think faceoffs last period were 59 advantage Hill Mary Pioneers, but it looks like things are balancing out a little bit at the dots for Stillwater. They're starting to be a little bit more effective at the faceoff.
This period, absolutely. You're correct on the balancing out, and that's a key part of this game. A tight contest like this will require puck possession, and you want to have it. Face-off win again. That one by the Ponies as they play that one. I think they've won the last 3 or 4. Sent back around. Ooh, Begley sets up. That rolled off the heel of his stick, but Breezy takes over. And the puck will be swatted back into the Pony zone. Foot race to the corner and icing the call. Getting there ahead of the puck was here before the Pony was quassed, but to no avail.
Well, he put in a good effort, but it was Raleigh who won that battle, hence whistle face-off again down into the Pioneer zone. You can't, especially with the way things are trending, you can't really tempt fate too many times. Stillwater getting some success in the face-off circle, and they got a lot of offensive talent out there right now.
So far, Bart, 1 power play in this game. It's been 5-on-5 the way we like it. Playoff-style hockey, very clean. Well defensed, some good chances, some great goaltending, couple of rebounds for both of these goalies, but by and large, I think it's as clean a game as you're going to find so far.
No, and the thing I like about these is the individual battles, the one-on-one battles. Each shift has their own battles that the players have to win, and I just love to see how that plays out, but no shortage of those today.
Dutko plays in back behind the net. Oberle was there. He plays to the left wing side. Nath can't get the zone because he is bothered by McGinley as that hit his shins. Out of the zone come the Pioneers as they're going to race up the right wing side. From center, it's played back in. Petronik, there's a shot, pad save. Oh! That went off at Mapstone in front. Trickles in on goal, and Isley makes the save. A quick brewing chance there by the Pioneers.
Yeah, and it was Mapstone that really kind of thwarted that effort, but kind of an ollie situation for Stillwater. It was a dump in that actually went off the defenseman and put right on a doily, and I think it was the Pioneer that got a good quick shot, but then the rebound came out again, so kind of a trying moment for Stillwater, but pretty good answer for the Pioneers.
So out comes Cates, and he'll take the face-off against Helgeson. Turn back to the right wing side. Bremer is there. Lifts one back through, steered aside by the blocker of Isley to the right wing. Sent to center on the play there. That was Murr. And now it's the Pioneers to take over the angle. A pass to the right side off Yo's stick. Broshaw plays to center. Stanton now forechecks the neutral zone as it's played back off the boards into the Pioneer end. Pulled down by a hand. Actually, it went up and out of play. Reaching up to make that play was Helgeson for the Pioneers. And because it went off him, they're going to bring it out of the Pony zone.
Yeah, indeed they are. And again, I think really as far as why there's no room in the neutral zone is both teams are very patient as far as exiting the zone. If they have the puck in the offensive zone, the defense don't just jump as soon as possession goes to the other team. They kind of hang and wait and really limiting the spaces to get any speed through that neutral zone. Now, intermittently, both teams have had some success, but overall, both teams have done a good job of keeping pacing and spacing where they need to have it.
Ponies gain the line off the face-off win in the neutral zone, and it'll be the Pioneers to defense and play to center with a high pass. Novolaney plays it off the right wing boards. Shoveled back into the zone by Breezy. And back up the right wing boards. Again, it's Novolaney. Neubauer gains the line, enters for the Pioneers down to the left corner. Escapes from one man, looks up to the left point. Rotate over to the right side now. Sontag shoots. Oh, he had a man. That was Neubauer off the back door. Body check thrown on Neubauer by Manning. Forces the turnover, but to the line and not out as they tried to flip it. Oh, 2 nice plays at the line, walking. Oh, they had a man down low. That was Nath. Lost the handle, swatted it to the slot area, nobody home. And it's going to be the Ponies back through center, 2-on-3. Bartosh tried to beat his man on the play. He's defensed neatly by Uner. Now across center ice, it's Helgeson. Gains the line from the right wing side, and they just catch themselves offside, do the Pioneers. 12-18 to go. It's 1-1, and you're feeling the scoring chances are starting to diminish a little bit more here in this period.
Yeah, both teams are just playing positionally very soundly, and their angles are solid, but it was Helgeson that actually tried to gain that zone. But a really nice pushback by, it was actually Manning that came back as a forward and caused that offside. But if these Stillwaters can come back and support their defensemen, they're a tough team to get offensive zone time with.
Stanton gains the center line from the right wing side, flips one in as it's going to be Begley to steer it up off the netting. Will face off to his left inside the Pioneer zone.
Well, as far as, by the way, thank you everybody for joining us tonight for this Friday night edition 4AA final game. Winner goes down to the X. The loser, unfortunately, their season is indeed over, so obviously it ramps up quite a bit, but it's been a good game so far. Kind of muddy waters, not a lot of open ice out there, but just two teams playing very sound defensively. Face off now to Begley's left. 12-10 left in the second period. We're not at a 1.
We'll redo that one. Fleischacker will step in to take the face-off against Stanton. Oh, no. Oh, look at that. They're going to get stopped.
That was a good try, though, Coach
They tried
Lechner.
to sneak one on the false start. Can't do that. Face-off win by the Ponies. Have completely taken over in that category here in the second period. Rowley from center plays that one back into the Pioneer zone, who will regroup behind their own net. This will be bumped off the boards as Sontag comes over, reaching back to work it out of the zone now. For the Pioneers, that was Quast, and we have another whistle.
Well, nice job by Jesse Bukestad to actually step up and keep his spacing proper. Most players that get on their horse and just skate backwards, but he kind of held a little bit true at that red line, put a stick out there, nice stick check. Unfortunately, the puck just preceded the Stillwater player in the zone, so we're going to have a center ice face-off, but nice decision by Bukestad on that one, not to collapse into defense, but to actually put pressure on at the neutral zone.
Back into the Pony zone it goes as Bukestad will ring the boards. He finds Isley on the breakout, who's stopped on the play, and Breezy takes over from the left side in their own zone. That pass too far for Sontag, and guess what, folks? We got another whistle.
Well.
This thing is about in quicksand at this stage of the game.
Yeah, it's getting a little deliberate out there, but there's not a lot of room to move, and that was a pass that really kind of found its way through wickets and sticks and such, all the way down face-off now to Begley's right, 11:33. But yes, this last 5 minutes and 27 seconds since this period started has been a little plotting, a little too methodical, but hopefully things will open up just a little bit. Not a lot of room out there.
Very deliberate, and I don't think we'll see much open up here with these two teams with what's on the line. And they're both so well coached and so good defensively. They have the players, Bart, that are capable of breaking things up from all 5 positions. It's going to be real tough sledding out here tonight.
Well, and I think it's going to really try both of these teams' patience. Really, you can't force things too much. You can push the pace a little bit, but you have to wait for your opportunity to present itself and then take advantage of it when it does. Not a lot of opportunities are going to really surface, but when they do, you have to be ready and you have to make it be effective.
Stanton looks to guide one through. It's off Mapstone's stick. He better hurry. He was fish hooked there, but still made the play up into the center ice area. That's going to be handled now by Mapstone to Sagasor across the line. He gains some real estate, pushes that one well wide from the right wing, up high. Stanton tries to play it to the goal mouth area. That failed to click. Bremer can fly. He and Groshaw were in a foot race to the corner. Bremer comes away with it, tried to find the short side. He had Yo open off the back door, but that was shut down by a good defensive play. Yo is brought down by Stanton off the corner, and now with it played off the boards. That was Mapstone. That's now Broshaw to regroup in his own zone as he'll gather up back in behind the net. Broshaw's long pass is stepped into and picked off, but instead the Ponies get it right back. They play that wide of the net. Cates will come over to look to make the play. 10.5 to go in the second period. Poke through the center ice area. Fleischacker will try to chase his own puck before it's an icing. He gets there, loses an edge as well, but keeps the play alive, but not before Bukestad comes away with it and plays it back into the neutral zone. Right at center ice, it's played away and off to the left wing side. Nath takes that one from Breezy. Now Nath pokes it into the corner, and that puck was played with a high stick.
Yeah, and I actually thought it hit a Stillwater stick, so that would have negated that whistle, but they're going to bring it all the way down. But really nice sequence of events by Mapstone, the defenseman for Stillwater. He really kind of went down, took a sliding to really take that centering pass away, took all the options away from that. He's done that on a number of occasions, but the gentleman named Mapstone is somebody who doesn't get a lot of the fanfare, but for the senior defenseman, he does a whale of a job, and I'm sure Coach Matt Dome is very happy with his play.
Well, there's a reason why he has an A on his sweater, no question. Kaufman gets away from one. Down low he goes. Ponies shoot over the top of the goal. He had a good look there. Chip back into the center ice area by Nath, a foot race, but Bukestad was fully in control of that situation as he turns this to the left wing for Dutko. Across the line he goes. Look out, carries it deep. And the big rebound off the boards, 2-on-1 back the other way. Nath gets the puck back. He plays catch with, Neubauer, there's a shot. Scores! Oh, and the net got knocked off on its way through. Traffic everywhere. A 3-on-1 it turned out to be, and it's 2-1 in favor of the Pioneers.
Well, it's going to be Sontag getting credit for that goal. That's going to be just his second goal of the year, but what a big one it was. Nice follow-up by the defenseman, good frame of mind, but it was actually Nath and Neubauer coming down 2-on-1, tried to get the puck over, really got the puck on goal. It was a save by Isley, but then the follow-up, it was just a situation where Sontag just kind of forced and willed that puck over that goal line, but it's 2-1. Now, but obviously Stillwater wants a little clarification as Matt Dome is trying to get the official to come over and have a bit of a conversation, but that one's going to count. And Hill Murray getting a lot of energy off that goal. Now it's up to Stillwater to come back and respond.
So he does want, it was very muddy. Wow.
Well, I say Sontag from Nath, but I think Neubauer's got to be involved in that goal somewhere. And it's going to be 7:29, the official time of that goal.
Now it's going to be the Pioneers to regroup. As they look back up to the left wing side, here comes Yo across the line, shoots, scores! Oh, he snaps it low to the glove hand side. Look out! It's 3-1 Hill Murray.
Well, this is a situation where the wheels are starting to wobble on Stillwater. Again, if you can follow up with some energy and get a goal right after another goal, it kind of takes the wind out of the sails of the Ponies. Ponies have a challenge in front of them right now, and that's to not dip too far down because you expend so much energy, get back up to that energy level that you can play your game with. So obviously the huge challenge is in front of the Ponies right now, but a lot of energy coming from the Pioneers as Kyler Yo scores his 15th goal of the season. But boy, 3-1 right now. We're 9 minutes, 19 seconds left in the second period. The complexion of this game has just changed.
It is an absolutely stunned, staring straight ahead Stillwater side. I mean, Bart, it's absolutely motionless. It looks like someone's at Holy Mass right now. I swear. It's incredible. I mean, that's the turn of events we're talking about here, just like that.
Well, Helgeson's going to get an assist on that one. Yo, 15th from Helgeson.
Now the Ponies look to respond here with 9:07, plenty of hockey to be played. And the Pioneers are to look to continue to pressure through center ice. Nath plays this one to the corner. Broshaw looks to ring the boards. Manning comes away with it as he races up ice. Stanton behind for Murr, who will try to shovel that one in behind. Stanton in his familiar right wing position, up by the hash marks, plays back in behind to the left wing corner. Ponies in the offensive zone. Murr to Manning behind the net. Top of the right circle, wrist shot up off the glass. Pressure now by the Ponies. Wiley plays to the corner. It's going to be Stanton that's checked on the play. And now it's Manning. Wiley, top of the slot, blocked by a sliding Neubauer. Back in behind the net it goes. Pioneers will try to make a play on it. Down goes a Pony. I believe that was Murr, and Wiley will take the puck at center ice back up in the neutral zone. His pass is handled and played back by the Ponies left wing side. That's off Kate's stick as he was checked, and here come the Pioneers to transition to center ice. Quast with it, gets a little bit of help. Yo, your most recent goal scorer down low, walks to the backhand. Oh, he nearly pushed that one through Isley. Goodness. Now Yo with it, plays it to the corner. He's feeling it on the offensive boards. Yo with it, power forward extraordinaire. Now he gets the speedster Bremer taking over, wanted to muscle it to the post, but couldn't get there. Cleared to center now by the Ponies, and they get back to possession. Bremer wins the race to a loose puck and flings it right back into the Pony zone, who ring it to the right wing side. Bartosh is there. Now it's going to be handled by the Pioneers from center as they fire that one right back into the Pony zone. That's off the equipment of Petronik, and he gifts it ahead. Fleischacker, he can move, try to go short side. Isley gets the handle on it and makes the save.
Well, basically, this Hill Murray team seems like they're skating downhill right now. It looks like the Stillwater Ponies are just chasing the play quite a bit, but Hill Murray really cutting the rink off at the red line. They just will not allow Stillwater to get the puck out, past that line with possession at all, but Hill Murray's really amped up their game. Stillwater on the ropes right now.
There's a stick that's in the zone that Begley was really trying to get to somebody, and finally they got it. They figured it out before they dropped the puck. But, Bart, this is a team that's not unfamiliar, the Hill Murray Pioneers, to the Let's Play Hockey crew. As the Coaches Association had ranked them number 1 at one point, they're playing some really good hockey.
Well, indeed they are, and it looks like they're playing with a whole bunch of confidence right now. And just seeing how Yo, instead of just taking a shot at the dot, he worked his edges and went in tight. And that's when you can see the confidence in this Hill Murray Pioneer team, but well earned. But Stillwater's got to kind of respond here. They just need something positive to happen.
They're down by 2. They're going to have to put some pucks in the net on a Brimsek Award finalist. Now it's the Ponies as they try to play it to the goal mouth area. Oh! Kaufman with a chance there as he gets bulldozed to the corner. Looking over his shoulder was Breezy, afraid he was going to get a penalty. They let it go. Manning with it. Plays up to the line. Bukestad from the left point now. Traffic, that shot's blocked. Neubauer again as it goes to center, much to the pleasure of the Hill Murray Pioneer faithful. Breezy with it, look to transition. Yo, off his stick. Isley swings at it, doesn't get all of it as the puck trickles to the corner. From the right point it goes, back into the corner. Yo spins away from traffic, now Bremer comes away with it. Bremer will cycle this one down low. That's batted by the glove and handled by the Ponies. Cates to center. Petronik, man, has he been good tonight. Plays that one through the neutral zone. Sagasor across the line. Watched by Petronik. That one fails to click as it's going to be Cates from the right corner. Looks out front to Sagasor as he's checked. Sagasor off the side of the net. Back in behind the net it goes. Oh, a big save by Begley. There's a shot from up high. Taken by Raleigh that doesn't get through. Stanton there. Oh. Yo is going to go for interference or a cross check in front.
Either him or Petronik.
Mapstone. And now they touch the puck with 5:22 to go. A big power play due up for the Ponies.
Well, you could feel the push from Stillwater answering back as good teams do, but it is going to be Petronik that's going to go to the box for the Hill Murray Pioneers. Ponies power play 39.5%, so obviously very, very potent. And the penalty kill for the Pioneers 80.6. What a great opportunity it is for Stillwater to get something positive. If they don't score, at least get possession in the zone, get some energy working, get some adrenaline flowing. But what a great opportunity for the Ponies right now. Face off to Begley's right.
Play to the left point. It's Mapstone down the boards, gets it back. Plays off to the right wing side. Mapstone gets it back, guides it to the corner. Slot, that one just wide from Murr. Sontag makes a play but can't get possession. Power play continues now for the Ponies. Breezy wins the race, cleared to the line but not out. And it's going to be Neubauer to play in deep. Heading to the bench, it's going to be Betty. And on the ice steps number 14, Ben Helgeson. Across the line they go. Mapstone plays this one back in behind the net. Raleigh with it down to the corner. Now it's going to be Murr to let it go to Mapstone to the right wing side. Big shot buzzes off the end boards with authority. Mapstone from the left point. Ponies. There's a quick shot wide of the net. Oh, missing the mark. 2 in a row. Begley off the post. They'll work it off their office from the end wall. Mapstone from the left circle. Leaves it up high. Wrist shot that wide. Rebound off the end boards. Tense moments here in the Pioneer zone. The power play continues for 53 seconds. Great pressure, but it's a battle for the Ponies. They get it back up to Mapstone. Shot deflected up and out of play. Boy, it was clogged, Bart, between the slot. It was really tough for anything to get through there by the Ponies.
Well, and they kept force-feeding the puck to Bruchu, and he just kept getting shots, but everyone kept going just a little bit wide. If he can get those shots on goal, it might have changed the complexion. Or a nice low shot, perhaps tippable, but Stillwater's getting some shots. That's the positive, but they're working awful hard to get them. So Hill-Murray doing a pretty good job of defending, but Ponies are getting their opportunities.
Face off to the line. Bukestad holds it. Gives off to Stanton from the left side. Bukestad, top of the umbrella, plays over to the right wing side. Cates picked off from Bukestad and sent the length of the ice. That was Quast on the play. We're talking about David Quast. And now back up through center ice it goes. Puck is played back in front of the bench area. Sagasor is there to play ahead. Manning now has Cates with him, gains the line, plays back in behind with 8 to go in the power play. This is the first man advantage for a power play that clicks at about 40%, as Bart mentioned earlier. Stanton walks, one of the short side, hits side of the net. Full strength of the Pioneers, in on goal, stop there. Oh, they guide it back in.
Wow, you got to be really careful about that.
Stanton says penalty shot.
Well, it almost should be, because it was Uner that actually covered the puck in the crease area, trying to feed it to Begley. And I just think that there's a little bit of a miscommunication, but he is going to get a penalty. He is going to go to the box, and I think it's going to be for delay of game, but we'll have to wait and hear what the officials.
So Matt Doman wants to know why they're not getting the penalty shot or having the option for that, because it was in the crease area. So he's saying, if it is delay a game and it was in the crease and he covered it up or whatever he did, why is that not happening?
Delay a game penalty.
Now Bill Murray, Bill Murray, that's what they call him here, of course, Bill Murray.
Right.
Bill Eckner's saying, okay, now if it's not a penalty shot, why is it a penalty?
Well,
you know that's how it goes.
Absolutely. 3:11 left in the second period. Hill-Murray up 3-1, but again, kind of a back-to-back power play for this Ponies team. They were pretty effective on their last power play. They just like to kind of punch one in and lessen that gap.
Bukestad now, power play. We wind it up again. 3:05 to go in the period. Second opportunity, stick save. Begley cool with that one, steers it to the right side.
Better control
now
the rebound.
Sends some sauce through the slot for Cates, who fan on the one-timer. He'll leave it for Bukestad to the right point, gives back to Cates. He's right on the boards. Now he walks back up to the top of the right point, plays it to the corner, plays catch down low with Manning. Poked off the stick of Cates, but he gets it right back to the corner. Manning up high for Bukestad. Snapper, that's deflected. Stanton now will take over as he finds Manning behind the net, who will give to Cates from the right corner as he walks to the hash. Up high to Bukestad, top of the umbrella. Shot. Oh, that one deflects. That was a positional save by Begley, who got the stick on it. Short angle shot that doesn't get through. Really giving Begley trouble off the corner off the wall to the side of the net. There's a lot of opportunity there for the Ponies. He somehow kept that out, however. 56 to go in the power play. Manning to the corner. Walks and shoots, one of the short side off the netting. This thing didn't leave the zone from the start of the faceoff for 1 minute and 10 seconds. And now the unit's saying, don't pull us off, to the coach.
Well, kind of a trying moment for Hill-Murray, but Begley came up big with a couple nice saves. It just seems like when they come off the end wall, they try to go short side just under the bar, because Begley, when he goes down, he leaves the top part of that net exposed, and he's really kind of tempting them. One of these times they might actually have some success, but they have yet to so far. Just 50 seconds left in the penalty to Uner, but Stillwater pressing hard on the power play.
Mapstone has it, gives back, gets it back to the left side. Ponies offensive zone, that fails to click. Broshaw gloves it down, bothered on the play, and finally for the Pioneers, minute and a half in, they finally clear some zone time for the Ponies of Stillwater with 1:35 to go in the second and 23 to go in the second straight power play for Stillwater. They'll gain the line with it. It's going to be Kaufman, bounding puck for Mapstone, who's going to play back in behind the net. Kaufman with it. Hounded on the play by Petronik. That gets away from Mapstone to center. That's going to be Broshaw with it. Plays it off the right wing side and sent back in by Raleigh as the Pioneers are at full strength. As They step on the ice now with it. It's going to be Yo across center ice. He's pickpocketed from behind, and the Ponies take over under a minute to play in the period. Long pass to the right wing side. It's going to be Manning who looks to pull it deep. From the goal line, again, another shallow angle shot. Stopped by Begley, staying firm off the post. Wraparound attempt. Manning scores! Right what I was saying, Bart Archer. They pull it off the end wall, and they're giving him all sorts of trouble down low. And they went high to the glove side. Posted in. It's 3-2.
Yeah, that's a goal scorer's goal right there. And for Manning, that's going to be his 19th of the season. But what a great goal it was. A lot of work behind the end wall. And it was Hill Murray that did a great job of killing that penalty. But once they went to 5-on-5, Stillwater still had their zone time, worked the puck down low, and then worked it out. And it was Manning that had looked at the backhand, spun around, put the puck in place, and put a forehand just over the glove and shoulder of Begley to cut the lead to now to 3-2 with 41 seconds left. Big goal by Stillwater, showing some energy now.
That's Manning's 19th goal of the season, Bart, and they were energized by a pair of power plays, and now it's a 3-2 game. We ended the first period tied at 1, and now it's a one-goal Pioneer lead, and buckle it up, folks. This is going to be something special as we move it on into the third period coming up soon here.
Yeah, you knew that Stillwater wasn't going to lay down and just let Hill Murray have their way. You knew there was going to be a pushback. It took 2 power plays to kind of get an offensive flow back, but once they got that second power play, they had some good offensive zone time, and I think it kind of made them relax just enough to where they possessed the puck comfortably, get it to the open areas. But that's a goal scorer's goal right there for Manning. Pick that far side glove in the corner was just very impressive.
Off the glass it goes, played to center, Stanton with it. Pickpockets one guy as he pulls it to the left side. Oh, he wanted high blocker, nice save Begley. Now Stanton controls with 13 to go in the period. He walks to the top of the circle, hits his own man, Sagasor in front, and wisely pouncing on that is Begley.
Wow, that was a really nice play by Stanton. All the shots that Begley's seen so far this period have been high shots, trying to get up into the shoulder area and under the crossbar, but that one was along the ice trying to go 5-hole, so a little variable on that one, but that's what good goal scorers can do, is they can shake it up and do the unpredictable, and Stanton almost had one, but nice save by Begley to keep that out of the net. Just 9.2 seconds. Hill Murray with an defensive zone faceoff. Very big faceoff for this Pioneer team.
We'll wait to get Cates outside the circle as he and Bremer jostle with the sticks. Big face-off at 9.2. Ooh, that was pulled back sharply, but picked off on its way to the goal mouth area by Sontag and played to the corner. 3, 2, and 1. That's going to do it for the period. And what a period we had. Wow.
Yeah, it kind of started out a little plotting as it stands. There's some extracurricular going on after the horn is sounded, but again, emotions still running amok. But I think both teams have done a pretty good job of keeping their emotions in check, and it has been spilling over as far as conversation. Never been a big fan of letting the opponent know your emotions and how you feel. So I think it's just better to just suck it up, get in the locker room, and refocus. You got 17 more minutes, but Stillwater, you have to feel pretty good going into that period. They actually closed that deficit back down to 1 on a beautiful shot, so I'm sure they have some energy going in. Hill Murray had a good period. I mean, back-to-back goals within 10, 12 seconds of each other. That bodes quite well, but it was a good pushback by the Stillwater Ponies team. That's what good teams do.
Right. Fueled by the power play and the work off the end boards has created problems for the Pioneers, who have been able to get away from their possession and transitional game. We'll see what happens if they can get that settled down, stay out of the box, and who knows what's going to happen here as we prepare for the third period. We take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more high school hockey section. about a hockey game, folks? We're between the periods. Once again, another letsplayhockey.com game of the week. Gemini Athletic Wear's Chris Bonvino. Everybody knows the work you do, and we really, really appreciate the quality of product that you deliver. It's really incredible. And I mean, when I'm looking at your website right now, I see St. Cloud State, Harvard. I believe that's Alaska Anchorage. I'm looking at up there as well, or just Alaska. Can't keep any of those straight anymore. And then you work it all the way down to the youth levels and the high school levels. But the fact is you work in manufacturing and you're a U.S. manufacturer, and it appears, from my perspective, to be a really good time to be a manufacturer in this great country.
Well, we're hopeful, and knock on wood, that there's a resurgence in American craftsmanship and American businesses, American jobs, and we're feeling pretty good about the future right now. The quality of the product that we make, and I mentioned this to you before, but when people buy from us, buying American used to mean something, but I don't want people to buy from us just because they're doing us a favor and buying American. I want them to buy from us because we have a product that is 10 times better than anything that's coming from offshore. In terms of the fabrics, the craftsmanship, the quality. These things are important. This is an art to us. We take it very seriously, and we take a great deal of pride in it. It's not a commodity. We are two products, actually three, but two that we use specifically for hockey that are proprietary to our specs and standards, our colors. They have the color wash on, they never dye. But the fit and the feel, we're and I use this word a lot, but we're fastidious about this. When they put this sweater on, I want this to complete, or we all want this to complete the process of them making the team, but them being proud of something. This is a major achievement to make these teams, and to put that jersey on, to have that kind of seal the deal. But getting back to your question, we have spent a lot of time and a lot of money on research, going back and forth with our knitters, the kinds of fabric, the yarns they're using. And, the product, our raw product is more expensive in terms of the raw goods inside of it. But because we're selling directly to the schools, the universities, we're able to come in at a price which is very favorable for the quality of the product.
What's amazing is, in the world of the grand endorsements and the big name out of box type of jerseys and sweaters you see out there, to me it's pretty amazing that in the college hockey world, when I look at a game or I watch a game, whenever I see it, I see the GA on the shoulder of so many teams. How are you able to continually, I know from a Big Ten, who cares, whatever, you can't really pound, how do you pound through that the way you do? Because you not only get this business, but you maintain it. What's the key?
Well, a lot of it, I think, is just the relationships that we've developed over the years. They know we give them a quality product. They know they can count on us to deliver the product. I think that level of trust, plus we've had some great success. Aside from this year, the last three Division I NCAA national champions wore the GA right front and center when they were hoisting the championship trophy around. This, is advertising you can't buy. If you compare the size of our company to the size of a lot of these companies, we're a David to their Goliath, but we have a product that is, I'll put up against anyone's in terms of the quality, workmanship. So I think it's a combination of relationships and just the fact that, we've been there. We've had 9 or 10 national champions in NCAA ice hockey bearing our logo. So hopefully that will continue, and we're working very hard to increase our market share.
So, Chris, you've been at this for, 20, how many years? 20-some years, at least?
As Reg Dunlop said in Slapshot, quite a few. It's been 25 years. I was 25 years old when I started the company. And we grew, slowly. We were initially doing jackets, and I was out of my house, and we had like 3 guys. And we hit at the point where Dean Blaze, who was my former coach, called me and asked, we were doing their jackets, and asked if we could do their jerseys. And at that point, we had never done a jersey, but we researched it and said, yeah, we'll take care of you. And we introduced the Dazzle, which I know we did for one of your teams. Fabric.
Love the Dazzle.
Right, and it was something that was really an oddity at the time, but it caught on. It was a very faddish thing, but from that point, then we were able to grow and build and learning a lot and learning every day still about the process. But Yeah, it's been uncanny, and I joke that the reason that we're so busy and we have such a good clientele is there's really no one stupid enough to do this besides people like us. But no, I'm saying that tongue in cheek. But at any rate, you've known us for some time, and we've known you, so you've kind of seen the progression of the company. It's been interesting.
I'm the biggest fan of small business and people that are able to run their own businesses, and anybody that can grow something for the 25 years that you have to the level that you have and continue to reinvent yourself as you do is something that anybody who follows business understands and appreciates. And that's the one thing about Gemini Athletic Wear that I think everybody needs to take a note of. And and there's a lot of listeners here and viewers that are watching this program who are decision makers, whether it be on youth boards, high school, and even some college, junior as well. How do they best get a hold of you to say, hey, we need you to do our sweaters next?
Well, we've added a few, but we have anyone here is capable of discussing. We have our salespeople, of course, but I like to do a lot of this myself. It's a passion, the creativity, the creative part of this. And I tell all of our sales guys here, make the person that you're dealing with. Someone's going to come to you and ask for help on designing a jersey. They're going to go back to their team. You want to make that person a hero. That person, you want to do that person a solid. Find out what they want, help them however you can, but really take a passion. I know it sounds cliched and not real, but it's true. Get involved with them. To answer your question, though, to get a hold, just call us. We're not one of these companies that you call and you have to press 8 different buttons to get to someone. We're old school in that sense.
Very true. Very true.
And we really enjoy that interaction. That creative process, and ultimately, like I said, when the kid puts on the sweater and the father or the team manager, or the coach or the AD, is lauded for that, it's a good feeling for us because we were involved in that process. But those people who trusted and came to us are the ones who look like heroes, and that's what we really pride ourselves on.
Folks, click the GeminiAthleticWear.com logo that you see on the show page. If you want to just give them a call, it's at 952-942-9611 or on the hotline at 1-800-909-9611. And Chris will take care of it. I've got one final question for you. Yeah. How did you come up with the name Gemini?
I wish I had a better thought. There is no logical connection. I'm not an astrological person. I have no good story. If you ask me how I met my wife, I'd have a great story. For this one, I thought of it just as I thought it was a cool name. And I was 25 years old, and Nike had already been used, so I just had no other choice. But I wish, Pete, I had a better story for you than that.
Well, so I was watching this History Channel bit on the Gemini missions that were led up. Okay, so I'm watching it, and I'm thinking, I wonder if that has something to do with what he did with this thing. And can I give you one takeaway? It has nothing to do with anything we're doing, but I think you'll appreciate, and the listeners might, too. How nuts were those guys?
Oh, they're fabulous. I mean,
just nuts, weren't they? Who would do that?
Well, to do what they did, yeah. I mean, they were pioneers. It was remarkable. I wish, and in a sense, I've always enjoyed aerospace and the history. I remember the Apollo missions way back in the 70s when we were kids.
Yeah.
But no, for what they did was predated that even, and it was remarkable. Absolutely. All the respect in the world for those guys.
So we'll just pretend.
Much braver than I.
We'll just pretend that's what Gemini is. Just kidding. Yeah. So, Chris, thanks a lot. Once again, that's GeminiAthleticWear.com. A true class individual who has been in the business 25 years, knows a thing or two about your jerseys and sweaters. Give him a call. Get dressed up the right way. We'll be back with more high school hockey right after this.
of the Hill-Murray Pioneers over the Stillwater Ponies. And Bart, when you're the front runner, there's pressure, right?
Indeed.
How much are the Ponies feeling, or they close so strong you think they're liking where they're at?
Well, you'd rather be ahead by a goal than behind by a goal. I think the challenge, not for Hill-Murray, because they're a good front-running team. They play very sound fundamental defense. But I think Stillwater being down a goal, the thing that I want to kind of keep an eye on is if they continue to just keep playing the team concept, or if there's going to be somebody who's going to try to be the individual hero. But Matt Doman does such a good job of keeping his kids focused and poised and disciplined that I really look forward to a nice second period. But I'd rather be the front runner going into a third period of a section final game than to be down by a goal, to answer your question.
We'll see what happens. Bart, how about a summary? What happened there in this hockey game?
Okay, at the 1:15 mark of the first period, it was Kate scoring his 23rd for Murr. Then Hill-Murray answered back at the 6:45 mark. It was Bremer scoring his 22nd from Helgeson. Then in the second period, Sontag actually got a second goal from Nath. I thought that Neubauer should have gotten an assist on that at 7:29 mark. Then 13 seconds later was Yo with his 15th from Helgeson and Petronik. And then Stillwater answered back was Manning his 19th from Cates at the 16:18 mark. And that's where we stand right now. But I look for teams to be responsible with the puck. I think the intelligence is going to win this hockey game, but they have to take care of their blue lines. I think that's the most important part, and clear the second chance opportunities. But promises to be an outstanding third period.
Indeed it does. We should have some fireworks here from Aldrich Arena. It was a terrific section final last year between these two teams, and before a packed house, it's not going to be much different again here tonight. Crowd begins to get a little engaged here, Bart.
Cates and Yo in the face-off circle.
Yo pushes it ahead. It'll be controlled by Bukestad back in his own zone as he plays it up to the wing, but Yo takes over. Down to the corner he goes as he looks to find some real estate. Jammed on the play, and Bukestad comes away with it. Protects the puck, poke to center. Stanton will find an opening as he carries it across the line, and it's going to be Cates to play back into the corner. Cates on it now as that was deflected away, and now it's going to be Cates once again. He'll ring the puck back in behind. That's going to be let go there. That was played off in the corner. Now from the slot area. Oops, losing an edge there was Bremer, but he gets a little bit of help back the other way. Across the line, it's Helgeson. Helgeson now looks to play this one to the corner as he's checked, as the puck will come up to the left wing side. Stanton pinches down, and he comes away with it for the Ponies as he circles back out of his own zone from right to left. He plays that one back in through center. And that's going to be turned back over for the Pioneers. This is the game they like. Off the end boards and the stretch pass. That's picked off at center. Ponies once again control. Bartosh will chase the loose puck, deflected in, no ice on the play as Bartosh looks to control, protects the puck and plays that off the official. Manning takes over, watched on the play there closely by Petronik, and it's back up to the line for the Ponies from left to right. Broshaw shot, scores! Oh, it deflects in from the right side of the point. It dribbles into the right side of the net for the 3-3 tie.
Yeah, and as you said, it was Broshaw that actually took the initial shot on that one. It might have been Bartosh that actually redirected that, but I think it completely fooled Begley on that one. He didn't get a good look at it to begin with, but it was a nice shot on goal, but just a redirect actually changed the complexion of that one. Found the back of the net. 15:32 left in regulation time. We're not at a 3. We'll have to wait for the official scoring, but I think it was Mason Bartosh that actually redirected that for the goal.
Wow.
How about that?
Bart, on-air production meeting, will you check and see if Brett has the ice mic on, please?
It's on now.
Thank you very much. You can turn it up a little bit more. Got to get that feel for you folks. Ooh, big check thrown there. To the corner it goes. Ponies now tied at 3 with the Pioneers, who look to break this one back out. Isley forechecks. Now it's played Isley again. Jammed on the play. Here comes Case. He's very comfortable over the top of the goal as he had some juice on that one. Pinching down, it was Novolani, and it's now turned back up from Isley, picked off and handled by the Pioneers. Sontag plays ahead. Bremer is there. He'll be content to just shovel it into the Pony zone as it's played ahead. Sagasor now has it. That's set right back in by the Ponies. Sagasor works an angle. Uner plays it to the near corner as he tries to break out. And now it's going to be Sagasor again. Watch to the slot area. Now Raleigh will guide it right back in behind the end boards. Ponies have really, since the 2 power plays, taken over control of this possession game. Manning gets away from Sontag, has a crashing Brushaw, and it's played back out of the zone by the Pioneers. Raleigh with it, bumps off the boards to the center ice area, and sent right back in by Hill Murray. 14 minutes remaining in the period. Now it's going to be the Ponies with it as they play it to the left wing side. Poked off the stick of Sagasor, and back of the center ice area goes for Petronic for the Pioneers. He'll shovel right back in wide of Isley, and it's going to be handled, bumped off the boards by Broshaw, and handled from the left side, deflected to the line, but not out. Oh, look out! Pioneers a chance and a save, and that one's covered up. Oh, that one came up from high, Bart. It was knocked down on its way in. I believe that was that Betty that made that play?
Yeah, I think it was actually Betty. Anthony Betty, the senior forward on that one. But I think it fooled Isley a little bit. But he's a big body, and he had the high percentage shots taken care of, so it kind of fell really in front of his lap. But it was a defenseman that actually tried to take it away from him. He wanted to cover it, so a bit of a moment for Stillwater. But the official scoring on that was Broshaw with his 4th from Raleigh at the 1:13 mark. So we're not at a 3:13:36 left in regulation time. Face-off now to Isley's right.
Face-off win by the Pioneers. They play to the line, steered aside by Isley. Poked back down the wall. Making the play there was Quast, and it's going to be from left wing, sent in by Murr behind the net. Begley sets up. Helping out, it's going to be Breezy as he plays to the right wing. Bumped off the boards and chasing this one through to center. And a nice play was Hurley. Now it's going to be Bukestad with it. Long pass to the left wing. That's too far for Stanton, and icing will be your call.
Well, there's a lot of space between the Stillwater defensemen and the Stillwater forwards. They're trying to open things up just a little bit and keep the defense honest on this Hill Murray team. It could come into play if they can get that one pass and then come down with numbers. But so far, Hill Murray's taking pretty good angles. But the Stillwater team certainly came to play this third period. They're really showing good effort. They're winning the one-on-one battles. But Hill Murray, scrappy as they are, they're hanging right in offensive zone face-off.
Well, you know, you're right, Bart. It looks like this Stillwater team is looking to finish right now. Definitely.
Ooh. Boy, another puck out into the crowd, and it looked like somebody, that rebound was a big one, so hopefully everybody's okay over there. But again, folks, put your phones away when the puck's in play, otherwise you can get one in the noggin. I think that's what just happened, but it looks like everybody's okay. Face-off again to Isley's right. Boy, we've said that a couple times already early in this third period.
That one didn't come in over the glass with too much heat, so I think they're no worse for wear. But nonetheless, you are right, Bart Archer. Texting and watching a hockey game can be dangerous.
Indeed it can.
Bremer tries to play to the left point. That trickles into the neutral zone as Oberle regroups to the right side, handled by Petronic back in behind the net. Bartosz is there. Wrist shot that's buzzed wide of the net. Yo is there, wanted to go to the glove hand side off the carom. The original shot taken by Oberle, and the putback, you would say, by Yo, caught and handled by Isley.
Yeah, Isley actually directed that to his left side, but Yo, kind of a shallow angle along the goal line, tried to go short side on that one by Isley. A big body, even when he's on his pads, covers a lot of the net face-off to his left. I just got a little fun fact for you. Kevin Gorg actually is a fan of the Mento mints, so apparently that marketing campaign got him.
Did you?
I'm sitting next to him. He's awful animated.
Well, I
but
suppose you're thankful because you don't have to smell the breath.
Well, yeah, after our debacle up in Duluth.
Off the post! Oh, and a rebound that nearly found its mark. We're tied at 3, and it almost changed. Broshaw with a shot that's wide. They try to play this one through. The Ponies in the offensive zone. Back to the line. Bukestad, shots deflected. To the near side it goes. It's going to be Nath with it. And that one fails to click. Oh, wow. Goodness gracious. That was, okay, this was a long dumping attempt that Isley was going to let just go wide. You know, as a tendy, you go to the post, right, Bart?
Oh, absolutely.
That thing was about 2 inches from going in.
But kind of a trying moment for Hill Murray as one caromed off the crossbar. It looked like Begley kind of got unnerved a little bit, started to chase the play around a little bit, but they were just trying for an innocent clear. But as you said, Pete, that didn't miss the goal by much. Isley just let that go to try to get the whistle, but boy, that was just an inch or two outside the pipe. So kind of a funny situation transpired there. Face-off now to Begley's left.
You almost feel like we're in overtime right now.
It kind of is that way. It feels that way.
Bremer with it. We have 12:07 to go. I've got Hill Murray Pioneer statistician Katie on my right here. All under control. Their tag team partner, though, I could say maybe not quite as under control with Earnhardt Jaworski. Puck is played off the glass.
What a great name.
Great kid. Great young man. Like to give him some props from time to time.
Sure.
Deflected in. And that one's whistled down for an icing call by the Ponies. You know, Bart, this is just really a weird feeling to a third period.
Well, it is. It's kind of it feels like they're kind of feeling each other out right now. But I think it's a patience is really the call to order right now, because you're not going to get a lot of great opportunities, I don't think, from this point forward. But when you get one, you have to be cognizant enough to understand the opportunity that you're getting and try to do what you can to kind of cash in on that, because opportunities are going to be few and far between in the closing moments of regulation time in this game.
I would say it's a very unsettled feel. That one goes up and off the netting. Unsettled between these two teams, and for good measure. They've played each other the past couple of years, and the games haven't been much different than a one-goal differential or tied most of the time.
No, and I kept looking over the history as far as the games played, and I thought that they would square off sometime during the regular season, but apparently they just square off when it means going to the XL Energy Center. So obviously pins and needles here in this crowd.
They do that Eden Prairie and Holy Family Catholic thing where they say, well, let's just see each other in the playoffs
there you
once, not get books on each other. Icing the call on the Ponies. Back to their zone we go.
Well, I think he thought he had the red line on that one, so a little disappointed. I think it was Sagasor that sent that in, but I thought he had the line, but they're going to bring it all the way back now. Face off to Isley's left, and we've harped on this whole bunch, especially during section time, is face-offs. I mean, too many face-offs. There's already been 4 or 5 pretty solid face-offs in the Stillwater zone, and we're just 5.5 minutes into this third period. This is a trend that obviously Coach Matt Doman has to kind of nip in the bud, so to speak, but another great opportunity for Hill Murray if they win the draw.
50-50 puck to the left of Isley in the Pony zone as they play out. Now Stanton across the line. Tried to work his way inside on Uner. There's nothing doing there.
Ooh.
Out of the corner it goes. Penalty coming up behind the play. I couldn't see, Bart, too many people standing. Who's going to get whistled here?
Well, I know it's going to be Stillwater, and I think it's going to be Noah Cates that's going to go on that one for a cross-check, I believe. Got a little aggressive along the wall, but we'll have to wait for you. It's going to be a cross-check, and it's going to be Noah Cates that's going to go. So a big bopper for the Stillwater team. Actually, he's one of their primary shorty scorers. He's got 5 shorthanded goals so far this year, but kind of an added benefit for the Hill Murray Pioneers to have him in the box. But what a great opportunity with just 11:09 left in this in regulation time. Hill Murray on the power play, and again Hill Murray's power play is around the 20% mark, so room for improvement, but the penalty kill is a stingy 88.6 for the Ponies. They're going to be challenged right now. I think Isley's going to have to come up with a couple pretty big saves.
Emmett Nath and Luke Manning to face off to the right of Isley. Possession important here, and the win played back up to the line. Nice job there. Petronik gets it. He'll have it again. Shot and a save. Right back to Petronik. The rebound came from the pad all the way up to the top of the umbrella like a pass.
Oh,
now
what a play by
Bremer. Just little quick hands, walks to the outside, in on goal, shoots, wanted short side glove, couldn't find it. Now it's going to be handled by Petronik, who regroups in the neutral zone, sidesteps to the right wing side. Now at the line, straddling that as Helgeson walks along the goal line. Oh, he nearly trickled that one through the 5-hole, as it looked like Petronik was trying to sell the goal.
Well, it seemed like there was some open space for Petronik to actually work it. He went around the right dot along the goal line, then walked back out front, tried to go short side on Isley. He made the initial save, but he wasn't quite sure where that rebound was, so he just kind of stayed firm, kept that puck out of the net face-off to his left. Just 1:26 left in the penalty to Noah Cates for Stillwater.
Yo and Stanton again, they tie up, controlled play to the line. Bremer touch pass, Petronik, wrist shot, deflects. Bremer will chase it to the left corner, tucks it back behind for Yo. Bremer's open off the left hash mark. He stands off the wall. His pass partially deflected, but Petronik tries to get it up. Stanton goes old school like the goalie, stacks the pads and blocks it. Nice work there. I really like the big number 9's game for the Ponies, Stanton. Oh, nice little move, nifty play there by Helgeson. He gains pony territory, puts on the brakes up high at the right point, tries to get away from Bukestad, and he gets a little support from Sagasor, who plays it in deep with 42 to go in the power
Well,
play.
Helgeson lost the puck in his skates, didn't know where it was, and Stillwater came, chipped it out, and sent it down the ice. Just 36 seconds left in the penalty to Cates.
Neubauer with it, lost the handle, off the boards to center. Now it's going to be Breezy, plays it to the left side. Up steps Oberle as he tries to play this one in and around. Nice job by Fleischacker to win the race. He tries to maintain possession, but they had too many men deep, as it's going to be Oberle to regroup for Breezy. 10 to go now in the power play. Back in behind the net, controlled by the Pioneers. Petronik, long pass to the right wing side. Fleischacker snaps one in on goal. Calmly handled off the glove there. Ooh. By Isley, going to the net with authority and then knocked down on the way in was a Pioneer player. I believe that was that Oberle? Yes.
Yeah, I think it was courtesy of Moore on that one. Kind of an innocent deal, but he went to the boards a little early. I think the recent update is Mount Mead up 3-0 in their section final game as well. But we're 3-3, 9:06 left in regulation time. Another offensive zone faceoff for the Pioneers. Stillwater's been a lot better this period. They've had plenty of defensive zone faceoffs, but they've had pretty good success so far. Don't want to tempt fate too many times, though.
The Section 4 AA, the last of the AAs to be determined, as 7 have already been named, as is in the 4 single A. As we will round out our state tournament field, looking forward to calling all of the games from the XL Energy Center, as we'll begin that process next Wednesday. Cates across the line, his shot's deflected to the corner. Yo will come over, bothered by Cates, in to make the play. It's Sontag 2. A 2-on-2 battle off the corner. Still along the wall as the Pioneers come away. They got some numbers as 2 ponies are laboring out of the zone. Bremer can skate. Oh, he nearly caught the glove, and he goes to the net. And he's brought down and shivered. Bremer nearly snuck that one through, and then he just tried to barrel the goalie into the net.
Yeah, well, in football, that might have been a spearing or a targeting call on that one, but he didn't slow down too terribly much. I don't think he had really much of a chance to slow down, but it was a Stillwater defender that helped him in. But Isley's getting up a little bit slow. He took a couple liberties on that against Bramer, so he got in a couple shots with his blocker, but he doesn't look any worse for the wear. Maybe shaking up a little bit, but that's how you go to the net, folks, is just with reckless abandon with some control. And boy, when Bramer gets that puck moving forward, that's kind of a trying moment for Stillwater. They survived that battle. 8:28 left in regulation time. Another defensive zone faceoff for the Stillwater Pony team.
So Matt Doman is absolutely upset that was not a form of goaltender interference.
Well,
he's got every reason to say why not.
I was going to say he's got a terrific argument in that respect.
They'll face off to the right of Isley in pony territory. The Pioneers lose the draw as Kaufman loses the glove and plays this one in deep. Oh, he goes down in a heap, down on that exposed left hand. They brought the glove all the way with them to the offensive zone. Mapstone kind of carried it up the ice like a puck.
That's why he's got the letter on his jersey.
No doubt. Now it's Manning from the corner. Roshaw has it. Mapstone. Manning bumped on the play. Ooh, tough stuff there. He just got his hand smoked. Oh, boy. You can't underestimate how much the protection of the glove brings to your hands and wrists.
Well, how vulnerable you become.
You absolutely do. It's just got broken bones written all over it. Now they'll battle off the corner to the left of Begley. They continue to find some real estate. Mapstone shot it on goal.
Boy.
And Begley had to go down to the midsection, and he makes the save and hangs on.
Well, the impressive part about that one, it was a good shot from the point by the Ponies, but Begley did a nice job of tracking that puck through several bodies and just held onto it with his sternum and held onto the rebound second chance opportunity because Stillwater certainly had the support. Now we're getting a defensive zone faceoff for the Hill Murray Pioneers, and with Stillwater's success, this is a good opportunity for them. 7:32 left in regulation time. 3-3 score.
Face-off win, shot. Oh, that was just off the glove of Begley. It looked like that was labeled. That was a quick snapper there by Dutko and will reset to the left of Begley in Hill Murray Pioneer territory.
Yeah, and Dutko actually walked it out to get a little bit better angle, but that puck ramped up and out of play, courtesy of the Pioneers. So face off to Begley's left.
Kaufman, another face-off win. Novalani plays this back in behind the net. Bremer is there, tries to find it up the wall, but Dutko cuts it off. Played behind by Isley. They look for Dutko. Isley gets it back. Bremer can fly, gets away from Bukestad, creates some space. He has an angle in on goal. Bremer shoots, nice save by Isley as Yo was there. Bremer gets finished hard and takes a couple of shots. Boy, the feet of that kid can create so many problems for a defense.
Well, and not only that, but he not only had some people challenging him, but he maintained possession of the puck and created some separation. Got a good shot on Isley, but again, he had Kyler Yo coming in on the weak side. If he saw him, a dish over to him might have given him all alone, but a shot on goal at this period is not a bad shot. Rebound covered up by Isley, and then they took liberties on Bremer a little bit. They did the kind of the Malachi crunch on the end wall, and he took a bit of an exception. Not a big guy out there as far as stature, but he's got a big heart out there, and he's battling quite well. Face-off now in the Stillwater zone to Isley's left.
Cates to take the face-off against Joseph Quast. And it's Roshaw with it to play it up the left wing side. Handled now by the Ponies through center. Stanton off his stick. And look out, back come the Pioneers up the left wing. Hurley tries to play it down the line. There's a shot that's stopped and turned to the corner. That was a Quast bid by Isley of the Ponies. Ponies now on the right wing side, try to play it back into the neutral zone. They can't, now they finally do. It's Cates with it, playing it to the near boards. He's hounded and watched by Breezy, and down he goes. The long ring, too far for Fleischacker. Now Sontag will step up and race it through center. Murr got a stick on him, wrist shot, pad save, rebound. Oh, a big save, rebound, scores! 2 rebounds! And the Pioneers take the 4-3 lead.
Well, it was just a nice push up the ice by this Pioneer squad. They came in with numbers, got the first shot on goal. Isley made that shot, but it was a follow-up that actually was to their demise. Just a nice job of following up, and I believe that's going to be Helgeson that's going to get that goal. 2 tallies already as far as the 2 apples tonight. Now he's got 1 on the score sheet. We'll wait for the official scoring, but I think that was Ben Helgeson, the sophomore forward on that one, finished that play out. 6:24.
Bart, that was the third line against the first line. A big deal there for the Pioneers as they not only held serve defensively, but they go +1.
Well, and Hill Murray's very good as far as holding a lead late in the third period, but Stillwater has the offensive acumen to come back, but it's going to be a very exciting 6:17 left in regulation time. Stillwater down by a goal.
Napstone plays it up now. The Ponies chasing the game again. Down low it goes. 6:07 to go in the third period. Thanks for joining us right here on Let'sPlayHockey.com. The Section 4AA final on the line. The last bid to the Class 2A championship round field. Too far. Sagasor, big rangy stride to the left wing. Plays it behind the net for Manning. Manning works from right to left. Out of the left corner now. Tries to pull it through a pair of legs. And it's sent the length of the ice, but on goal as Isley guides it ahead for Bukestad. Bukestad will find his man. That's Kaufman to tip in. The Pioneers love to fly some players. They do across the line. Here's a chance down low, and that's off the stick of Helgeson. Wow, aggressive breakout there for the Pioneers with the lead.
Nice job by Novalani to stop that, too.
Bukestad dangling through traffic, shot and a save by Begley. He had to be good on that one as Jesse Bukestad created.
That might have been his best save of the night.
It was a tough one with traffic in front. Going from left to right was Bukestad off the glass, and the length of the ice it goes. With 5:03 to go, this one is not for the faint of heart, Bart Archer.
Just what we want, a little drama in the third period of a section final game. But what Hill Murray has to do right now is they have to mind their P's and Q's. Just do your job. A tendency is try to do too much in this situation. Once you start to do more than your job, you compromise everything. So positional play for Hill Murray is going to be very, very important. Angles to defense. But as far as Stillwater, what they have to do is just get that puck in that shooting area and put some pressure on Begley, and they're certainly capable of doing that. 5:03 remaining in regulation time. We're not at, or it's 4-3, 1-goal advantage Hill Murray.
I've said this before, Bart. You get into this territory where you don't hope to win or wish to win. You have to do the things that have gotten you here to this lead. and then that's how it takes care of itself. When you're the Ponies, you can score quickly and often.
Absolutely, and wishing and hoping is not a good business plan.
Correct. Ooh. Have you tried that? I know I have.
more than I should.
Manning turned over at the line, back the other way. It's Quas as he plays in. Isley's going to have to cover because Quas was storming in on goal, forces the face-off inside Pony territory.
Well, Peter, you said Joe Quas' name quite a bit tonight. He's been a very influential player for this Hill Murray Pioneer team, but his hustle actually forced that face-off now down into the Stillwater zone. 4:32 left in regulation. Again, Hill Murray can defend with some fresh legs out there, but Stillwater again gets challenged to win this face-off, get possession, bring it up the ice. Defensemen are going to start floating in. They're going to have to be smart about it. You can't just float in to float in, but they're going to have to change the dynamic on how Hill Murray's defending and get some shots on Bagley in goal.
Cates gets the draw back for Bukestad, who stood up on the play, but they still get it to center. Played off the left wing boards. Nice play there by Sontag. Now Stanton with it. Right wing for Bremer, watched by Bukestad, who took everything away from him as Bremer plays it back in behind the net on a cool play. Now Bukestad with it, left side. Pickpocketed Helgeson. Here's Yo, right circle. Helgeson shoots. Ped, save it a beauty. Ooh, throwing the pillow down to the right post was Isley.
That was his biggest save of the night.
Puck up in the air. Bukestad plays it down. Cates back across the line. Stanton crashes to the net. That rang the dinner bell. Oh, my word. Crisp off the crossbar. Here come the Pioneers back the other way. Neubauer's checked on the play by Mapstone, who's putting some leather to him. Didn't get anything done there other than allow Mapstone to walk out of the corner. Here's Mapstone. Wow, nice job to stay his ground. Rink wide it goes. Nath back into the corner behind the net. 3:25 to go in the period. Sagasaur with it. Bothered on the play. Jammed off the boards. Whoa, that was with authority. Back in behind the net it goes. It's going to be handled by Uner as he rings the boards. Dutko is there. Now it's going to be Bukestad. It's going to be turned back up ice. Sagasaur tries to get away from his man. It's poked off his stick, and it's Nath with it. He finds an opening and sends it the length of the ice with 3:01 to go in the third period.
Well, that was a nice defensive sequence by the Hill Murray Pioneers just to burn some time. We're down to just a tick over 3 minutes to go in regulation time. Stillwater's had some push, but just haven't been able to get any shots on Begley. But that's because Hill Murray's playing very responsibly and just chipping the puck up and out of play or sending it off the wall, but just getting it out of that danger zone. They've done a good job so far.
Brian Halverson for the Minnesota Hockey Magazine just showed me a tweet that he threw out there that says the Ponies are 1 for 3 on crossbars. Goodness. That's 3:33. Dutko across the line. Oh, look out! Oh, rebound and redirect. The puck rattled around like a pinball. And there was Begley to make the save to keep it a 4-3 lead for the Pioneers.
Boy, and that was Manning, too.
Bukestad across the line, back in behind. We're getting into watch the goaltender range as Yo plays it along the boards. Fleischacker chases up the right wing side. Yo outstretches, can't handle it. And it's going to be handled by the Ponies as Dutko will play this one off the boards to center. Dutko for the Ponies carries down low. Back behind the net, protects the puck. Dutko turns and shoots off the side of the net. He carried it to the backhand and then opened up to the forehand. Nice play. Ponies control with 2:03 to go in the period. Broshaw shot, pad save, rebound! Stanton had a shallow angle and missed the mark. Bremer gets jammed as he tried to play it along, gets support from Yo, and it's Helgeson to swat to the neutral. Back come the Ponies. Broshaw, Cates now across the line. Here comes Isley. Shot saved by Begley. Down low, he closes the 5-hole and hangs on.
Well, I think the fact that he hung on was the important part of that, not only making the save but hanging on, because there was a tremendous support by Stillwater Ponies coming into play. But Stillwater, you can tell they don't want to go easy because they're really winning the individual battles. They're separating Hill Murray from the puck. It's going to be a timeout. Matt Doman, good time for a timeout. Just get the
something going on here down Bart Archer on the Pioneer bench. Looks like Breezy. I don't know if he has an injured leg or if he has a skate problem, but he couldn't get off the ice.
Oh, I was wondering what that was. I think it was a skate problem where the blade actually fell out, but a good time for a timeout to hopefully get that equipment
It could be very problematic, no question.
And Breezy's played a nice game tonight, made a couple good decisions, made a couple good plays, but this is a really, really nice time for Matt Doman to just settle the kids down. He's obviously has the offensive wherewithal. They're smart in the offensive zone. They're sound defensively, but it just comes down to possession. We'll keep an eye on Isley in goal, but again, you have to establish the fact that you have possession before you pull your goaltender, but it is getting about that time where obviously they're thinking about it, but they're just settling him down, getting him refocused, and one more final push. They don't want their season to end, and they're going to do everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen, but the challenge is going to be on the senior goaltender, Jake Begley, for this Pioneer team.
Bart, we got Sweet Caroline kicked in high gear. You know what that reminds me of?
State tournament.
Joe Philippi.
There you go.
That was their bit,
what a goaltender he was.
He would sing that in the locker room every night.
How about that? A little fun fact for you.
Priceless. State tournament time. Back when we used to have the media scrums, that was special.
Well, I tell you, this Hill Murray team's had a litany of great goaltenders come through their system in recent years, and obviously Begley is no exception to that by any stretch of the imagination. But he's made a couple very key saves in the waning moments of regulation time in this section final game to keep his team where they are right now, up by a goal. Face-off to Begley's right. And all the big guns are coming out for Stillwater right now. The net is indeed empty, so they took Isley out. They're giving it one final push, but they have to win this face-off. Isley's going back into the goal, but he's going to come out quickly if they can win this face-off. I think that's a more responsible play by Coach Matt Doman.
Let's set you up now. 1:43 to go in the third period. 4-3 in favor of the Hill Murray Pioneers. Face-off to the right of Begley. Isley's halfway through, wants possession, doesn't get it. The Pioneers, they'll play it. Stanton cuts it off. Now to the bench goes Isley. On the ice comes Sagasor off the side of the net. Sontag is there behind the net. The Ponies work the offensive boards. Cates gets inside on Sontag, pokes it away from him. Manning out front, steered aside. Oh, that was off the stick of Begley. Mapstone regroups right at the center red line. Plays over to Bukestad, who looks over to his left off the boards. Nobody home. And they're going to fire it at the net. They score! Sontag to the empty net. Oh, my word!
Well, your heart has to go out to this Stillwater Ponies team. A lot of effort on that one, but Sontag with his second goal of the night, third goal of the season. Boy, he picks a good time to show up on the score sheet. Just a nice little chip shot from the red line. No doubt about that one, but now it's up by 2. 1:16 left, 5-3, advantage Hill Murray. But if you are the Stillwater Pony team, obviously you're a little disappointed right now. You're sagging emotionally a little bit, but there's still plenty of time. You're 2 good shots away from tying this game up. I look for a solid effort out of the Ponies, but boy, Hill Murray's breathing just a little bit easier now with a 2-goal advantage with 1:16 left in regulation time.
The Pioneers on the ice were imploring their players to calm down.
Right on.
Taking a leadership posture, because you're right. This Pony team can put the puck in the net quickly, and you never know.
Well, we've seen a lot of crazy things happen in the last minutes of all the games so far this year, but it's going to be an exciting ride.
It's going to be a tough road to hoe here for the Ponies. Wanted to get back to the state tournament and get the job done, finish what they started last year, much like the Eden Prairie Eagles, and the Pioneers might stand in their way. We'll find out. There's a shot that's blocked, and now it's going to be Bremer again. He can fly. He has an open net, gives it off. Helgeson scores! There you can say this one's over, Bart Archer.
Well, the fat lady's not singing yet, but she just did her warm-ups. But Helgeson again with a...
Wow! Wow, what a cheap shot. Unbelievable. We've got 2 broken sticks out here right now. One from the last goal, one from this goal. And a Pioneer, Sontag's going up to the bench, and he gets absolutely collared. I have never seen anything more disrespectful like that, Bart Archer.
Well,
That's disgusting.
There's no place in high school hockey for that. Obviously, the Ponies are disappointed, but you have to have some class and decorum down.
It's easy to win, Bart. That was brutal.
Yeah, that was not something that we should give too much more attention to. Just don't do that type of stuff. Show some respect to your teammates. It's all in the spirit of sportsmanship, but not a lot of sportsmanship on that play. But Hill Murray's going down to the XL Energy Center to represent Section 4AA in state, and they've earned it tonight.
Well, they let that go as we play with 52 seconds to go. It's 6-3 in Mapstone, and Wiley on the end line. Wiley will ring the boards for Huber.
Well, there comes a point where you have to kind of reestablish control of this game. Emotions are running amok. Obviously, frustration on the Stillwater Pony side. But, again, you have to keep your emotions in check whether you're winning or losing. It's just called sportsmanship. And And hopefully in the last 45 seconds, this doesn't get any uglier.
You don't want it to become a junior gold B game.
Correct.
Where they have to shake hands before the start of the game.
Correct.
These guys are better than that. Swanson with it now for the Ponies in their own zone. Played to center. Now it's Moyer. Moyer plays it to the right wing side. From center, that's off a pair of skates. Huber is there. He's stepped up on, and the Pioneers with 25 seconds will play it to center. Wiley rips that one into the Pioneer zone, who will gather in now with Moyer. Moyer plays, but Huber cuts it off. His shot is blocked, and it's the Pioneers that try to play it out of the zone, but the Ponies are scrambling in the offensive zone. 8 seconds to go, 7. This one is basically over. Huber will just take a shot that hits traffic with 3 seconds. 2, 1. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the Pioneers of Hill Murray are headed off to the state tournament with a big 6-3 win over the Stillwater Ponies.
Well, what a win it was, and Hill Murray kind of stammered into the sections, but they've reeled off 3 in a row. They've done what they've needed to do to get to the state tournament. That's Coach Bill Lecter's coach squad. But really, they earned that tonight. They played against a very formidable Stillwater Pony team that gave them everything that they could handle and more. They just put the puck in the net a couple extra times, got the opportunities, and made good on those opportunities. I think Begley really rose to the occasion in that third period, but it wasn't from a lack of effort by Stillwater. A very hard-working team, showing obviously will kind of look like the last 2 minutes because this Pony earned that respect. But again, Hill going down to state tournament once again to represent 4W.
I mean, I think everybody knew damage here this year. Ponies, you know, I mean, they had done 3 years.
Yep.
And looking to do the back-to-back after the 2 power plays, being down 3-1. And then they had a big break there to finish the game to the Pioneers part. But I think at the end of the day, when you're down 2 goals in any game, you're chasing the game, and it starts –
as far as Hill Murray, but when it gets down into things tighten up a little bit, really plays more into the Hill Murray Pioneer game than it may be Norm, where I think Hill in the battles and not having kind of brought out the character of this, and they're playing. I'm sure Coach Lecter feels pretty good.
Deal here for the it's tough to shake the hands after out with a tough heart. They understand it, Bart. Let's face the facts.
Recognize the seniors of the Ponies played their last Heisel in goal. Blaney. Matthew Noah Shaw, Austin Murray, Stone, Michael Kaufman, and Mason Bartov. They should be very proud of their high school career. They move on to other endeavors, and we obviously wish them luck, but this was their year. They had a senior-laden team. They wanted to get to state tournament. Unfortunately, they ran into a buzzsaw called the Hill Murray Pioneers.
Indeed they did. That sets our tournament field. We're going to have some great high school hockey tournament coverage from
Looking
the XL
forward to
Energy
it.
Center, Bart Archer. I mean, it is going to be absolutely on, and I really like the way this field is setting up, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So get ready for some play-by-play that begins with the Class A tournament on Wednesday, followed by the quarterfinals on Thursday of the Class 2A. We'll have plenty of overtime programs. Follow us on Twitter. That's at Let's Play _hockey. Or you can also join us. We're working very closely with Turney _17.
A lot of underscores going on.
Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So,
but we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great week of hockey. A lot of great teams in the tournament. Some new blood as well. So a little something for everybody. Something to look forward to.
All right, folks, that's going to do it. Your final score, the couple of empty netters. The Hill Murray Pioneers 6, the Stillwater Ponies 3. For Bart Archer, Brett Johnson, Todd Grover, of course, Todd Mulliken, Chris Angel, the entire crew. I'm Pete Wagner. So long, everybody.